Sorry, Daz. I messed that up. It was supposed to bring us up automatically, but I pressed the wrong button. Good evening, all, and welcome to this week's GKP Live. Hope everybody's good and had a good week up to press. How you doing, Daz? How you feeling, mate?
All right, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, for a minute then I thought you were silent. I thought your sound weren't working then because are those jelly babies?
Yeah, I was just unwrapping my wine gums. Try not to make any rustling.
I know that you won't be wanting any of them this evening, but I raise your jelly babies with some Cadbury's fingers.
Well, let's see if we can go any better than that. I'll raise your Cadbury's fingers with a Swiss chocolate thing.
A Swiss chocolate thing? I raise your Swiss chocolate thing with some traditional Cadbury's dairy milk, which I've already eaten half.
Oh, God damn it. Time out.
Time out.
I'm folding.
Stuff in there as well. Thank you very much. Oh, let's get these last few ones that we've got. Hi, Gaz and Daz. Evening, everybody. Evening from Umbercoy. Evening from Vicky to Budget Pond Keeper. Beth Hazel. Hello, sweetheart. Dave Gardner, how you doing, mate? Thank you very much for joining us. Marco Togneri, was everyone. Evening, everyone. Mon the Fish and the family carp fishing. Evening, all from Denmark. Thank you very much for joining us, mate. Hope you're good. Oh crap! I just realised.
What you forgot?
I hadn't sent Rick link.
A man of his haircut will be able to work out how to get on, surely.
Well, I've sent it there. Sorry, mate. Sorry, it's late. Oops. Right, we have had a lot of topics and questions and fish shared with us this evening. But unfortunately, guys, as much as I would love to share all of the messages and all of the photos and all of the pictures and all of the videos, you have simply overwhelmed us with more pictures, as some people have decided that it would be a fantastic idea to take a picture of every single fish that they had in the pond because they all come from there. Although I did ask for people to share us the fish from Matt Harwicoy, I simply haven't got enough time to be able to get through them all, but I will try my best to share them all as much as I possibly can. But there is a lot of support for Matt. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for all those that did send them in. And thank you very much, Matt. That's going to cost you an absolute fortune when you pay everybody.
It's going to be a long night.
It's going to be a long night. No, but there is a heck of a lot. So please, honestly, bear with me. If I can't get through them all, I will try my very best to make sure that so am I. I'll be on here. Say Pete from Rick. Thank God for that. At least he won't sat there thinking, where's the goddamn link? We've got DT that says evening all. We've got DNC that says Gaz, Daz, Vicky, Aaron with a thumbs up. No, sorry, with a waving hand. Jigs that says Mark, all good, mate. Hope you're well. And then general chit chat between everybody else. The bedroom. Evening, lads. It's Shane. Spoke to you about the fry. Oh, nice one, Shane. Thank you very much, mate. Has he been in touch? Have you heard anything? If not, let me know, mate, and we'll give him a nudge. Brain fart, Daz. What we here? What we doing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bird room.
What's the
bird room thing anyway? From Shane. Why is it the bird room?
Maybe he likes birds too.
No,
I believe he's trying to get hold of some fry from Rick. You know when we were in the polytunnel, he sent a message saying all those fry that's in that far polytunnel that were that kept following us up and down when we walked in with all the fish. He was wondering if he could purchase any of them, and I rang Rick and spoke with him the other day and said, not as of yet. I breed birds same as you guys. Oh, really? Daz, are we breeding somebody we don't know about?
Probably. We're breeding everything else.
I thought you're talking about getting back into the bugs again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or is this top secret? Am I supposed to keep quiet?
No, it's not top secret. No. I just, yeah. I ain't got enough going on in my life, so
no,
fill it with something else.
Yeah, just you need to fill your time with more stuff to do.
Yeah, more
Bugs.
more stuff to breed.
Well, failing anyone that don't make it, it's always fish food, isn't it? Insect meal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Insect meal, yeah. We could start producing as well. Yeah, so we've got a fair few topics and conversations to have a natter and a chat about this evening. I'm going to guess that the rest of the guys will be here at some point. I'd have sent links out to all those that would normally get one. If anybody else would like to join us this evening, at the top of the comments you will see there is a little pinned message that says if anybody would like to join this evening, please follow the link. Click on said link and it will give you all the information. All you need is a mobile phone with a camera and built-in microphone or iPad computer if you've got one set up with a mic and camera, which you can use your mobile phone as a secondary camera if you haven't got one. But if anybody wants to come on and jump in and have a natter and a chat, if anybody would like to come on and sing the praises of Howie Coy and share with us how you got involved with him or anything like that, if Matt from did I say Matt Link? I bet I didn't. Oh, I bet I didn't say Matt. God damn, I'm crap today. Matt, did I send you a link? I didn't. Shit, I didn't send it. Matt, sorry. Here's the link. Where is it? There we go.
I got lucky, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That's only because I put it on before. Oh, yeah, we're watching Banshee. Has anybody watched Banshee? Because it's mint. It's a brilliant. Anyway, it's not to do with Coy, but this guy kicks ass 24/7 and it's brace. Brill. But there you go, Matt. There's a link for you if you find it, see it, spot it, whatever.
Do you want a Pepsi? Are you all right?
There we go. I'm so sorry, man. I was supposed to click send on the link. I hope you've been to the cash machine, mate, because you're going to have to send some tenors out in checks. Oh,
20 quid.
Oh, 20 quid. Well, it's going to cost you a small fortune. There goes next month's stock.
You can hear
me. The Howie Coy company here.
You can hear me, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's Gaz?
Sweet. Hello, everybody. Good to see you back, Des.
You got a little light. Where's Gaz?
Good to have a break.
Thought you got that growth just growing out your shoulder for the last couple of weeks.
You make an appearance and got 100 likes on tonight.
How many what? How
100,
many likes?
100 likes tonight.
100 likes, not a chance, mate. We'll be lucky if we get much more than 40 or 50. People don't understand what the like's about. And they might not like it. So they might just be giggles. But yeah, the likes, if you give a thumbs up on a channel, it helps with the algorithm, supposedly. It helps push it out because YouTube recognize that like and see it as an engagement. The more engagement, the more people are shared out the content to. The more they share out the content, the more people join us, the more people we get involved in this madness. That is the GKP. Ricky's coming, but he's running late. Crafty's probably later home from
Crafty's at McDonald's.
Or he's eating McDonald's, yeah. Probably crunching on his fingers at this moment in time. We've got a fair few fish, Matt. All I will say is you have definitely sold a few fish this year, mate. I'm assuming that most of these are over the last 12 days. Business must have been doing well.
I think the oldest one's 3 years ago, which is the
Sagi, yeah.
Nice. There's two gone on there now that are phenomenal fish. But yeah, a lot of fish from this year as well.
Did we see any from Tony? Surely Tony must have got some from you.
No, Tony's never bought fish from me.
God damn.
I reckon
That surprised me, that. I thought, has he not been down to see you?
No.
That surprised me. I thought he would have done. I know he goes because he's quite close to Rick, isn't it? Well, he must be because he seems to go quite regular. I figure we're down your neck of woods. I don't even know exactly where Tony lives. Yeah. Well, anyway, it is what it is. If anybody's got any topics they would like to chat and talk about this evening, if you could do us a huge favour, that's what we're going to say. Daz, I've just remembered. If you do us a huge favour, type out question in capital letters or all the question in capital letters so it stands out a little bit more than everybody else's normal comments, so that I can pick that one up as a topic for us to have a chat and a natter about. Lee Taylor says, evening all, Crafty had some banging koi last night. Did he hear him say he was going to do a Kahaku only auction night? He did, mate. Yeah, he's got an abundance of new stock coming in, and I do believe a good amount of them are going to be Kahaku. So the Kahaku that he's going to use or do will be maybe 12 or 15, I think he said, of just a pure Kahaku now, which is now that's difficult to find 12 or 10, 12, 15 Kahaku that are going to look very much different from one to the other, depending. You know, it could do really. I mean, technically, you could do all 8 of the different types, or is it 10 different types of patterns? Yeah. But that'd be pretty difficult to get it, I would imagine. Dr. Kempo says, I've messaged you on Facebook, Gaz. Let's quickly refresh that. Is it top secret? Or have you just messaged me in general?
Could be the koi appreciation, maybe.
Have we got just so we can get this one? I might as well. This isn't Marco Tognire. This isn't a telling off in any way, shape, or form. All I need people to understand and realize is, although a lot of people might want to share content and consultants and everybody else and whatever else on the group, that is fine. But if they sell fish, I can't advertise them on my group because I can't link my community post to sales of koi. It's against Facebook community guidelines. So every time you post one on me, the reason why you never see it is because I keep deleting them and declining them because it will get me banned and my group shut down. We can show pictures of koi, but we can't link sales to them, unfortunately. So sorry, mate, but that's your third one of the day that's been blocked. But just so you know, it's not anything personal. It's because Facebook don't allow it, and I've already had one warning. And if I get another 2, that's my group gone before I even hit 1,000. So that'd be real shit, wouldn't it? Hence the reason why they're not on any. If it's a business account can advertise fish without a problem, but I can't do as a community group, unfortunately. So that'll just sort that one out. Well, let's get into it.
Gaz, can a business advertise on your group though?
No, I'm not allowed to advertise. I'm not allowed to advertise. Right. I'm not allowed to advertise sales for fish or rehoming of fish in a community group. A business can advertise their own group because it's a business, but I can't advertise a business selling fish, livestock, or rehoming of livestock.
So I'm assuming
you can't advertise any sell fish on any group.
Yeah,
on any group. I thought a business one could do.
No, the only thing that you can do is have a page. You put it on the page, linking it to your website, so that the auditors at Facebook can see that it's linked to a business account website, and then you can share that link from the page to the group.
Sweet.
So if I do an advert on, say if I put a new fish on the website and then I do on my page, my business page, look at this fish, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's different. I thought it wasn't, but my boy's saying exactly the same thing. Even a business cannot put prices of fish. We had a warning, and we only as available. They can't. So you can't. I didn't know that, mate. I thought it was a case of businesses could. Shit, I better contact Gary from Gatwick Koi because I told him he could, but he couldn't do it on mine. Gary, if you're watching from Gatwick Koi, you can't advertise fish even on your own business, mate. You could get struck off and you could get banned. So
if you actually read the Facebook rules, you're not allowed to sell anything that
any form of livestock, innit? So it's not just fish, it's any form of livestock.
Doesn't make sense to me. Just one of the groups.
But there are groups out there for rehoming them, isn't there? There is a Facebook group for rehoming. I didn't get about it.
Yeah, I joined one today, Peacocks UK for sale. And they've got hundreds and hundreds of different peacocks for sale.
Yeah, Marco. Even if they have a pet shop license, because Facebook doesn't want any form of livestock selling on their platform.
Or groups.
in the groups, yeah. So unfortunately not, mate. That's why. So don't think I'm being an ass. I'm not in any way, shape, or form, mate. I was going to drop you a message and let you know as to why, but yeah, unfortunately, I can't have them on because I've had one, and that was from somebody from Indonesia that was selling fish and trying to sell fish. And I will mention it to people, so obviously, just in case, I did have somebody contact me directly saying you've got someone that's selling fish on your site, blah 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 blah. Be wary of this person, X, Y, and Z. This person's doing this. It was an English person's name. It was trading under a profile which was false, and he even had the cheek to post his Facebook group on my group without asking, trying to grow his own group, and then asked to be if he could be an admin on my group so that he could help promote and grow my group, and then was scamming people out of fish by not sending them a fish once he'd received the money. And I got a little private message from someone saying this guy's a con man, he's done so on X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. So obviously I had to ban him and block him and get rid of him and all that crap. So yeah, all good fun. But I mean, I don't get it myself, but if rules are rules and we've got to follow them and abide by them.
Hence, that's why I've been off for a few days. I'm back now, though.
I banned him. There we are. There we go. There's Rick. Sorry, mate. I didn't send you a link. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you weren't sat there by the laptop trying to work out where's my link.
Been here for hours, mate.
You've literally just got in, haven't you?
I'm playing football.
Sort of.
So
let's have a quick look. I'm sure somebody posted one in the community post. I might be lying. Let's see. All right. Well, this is one. This is one that we had in. Danny Lamb asked us if why 1 week maybe do a Tamasaba appreciation or something different. Now, I'm really happy about it. But what I'm trying to judge is just how many people would be happy about it. So if they're all those that are watching this evening that are in the comments, there's 140 of you. Would any? And I'm not asking the people that don't want to see them. I'm asking the people that might like to share them. Are there a more? There we go, Dr. Kemple. You rushed ahead there, didn't you? You answered before the question was finished, and you got it wrong. You don't want to see them. But if there are any people out there that would like to share them, can you just put in there? Here we go. No. If there is anybody that would like to share their fancy goldfish, because if we've got a fair few people that would like to, I'll be more than happy to do it. Because this is not just about koi; it's about ponds, and people keep them and people appreciate them regardless.
What do you mean regardless?
Even sturgeon.
Regardless of the type of fish, does I mean? Nothing against him. We got Mark Oxhose out of his padded room crying in his eyes because he wished he'd bought a Tamasaba so he can show us one now as well.
Oh.
Sorry, Mark. I'm going to have to get
I'll send you a little baby one about that big.
Don't like them, but would love to see them. There we go. That's one. So we got a no. Right. Well, Daz, we might
These hundreds of us out there. Just do it, Gaz.
Guys, so
that's the idea. Next week, we're going to do the koi appreciation. So everybody that's in now at present will know. We're going to do the koi appreciation for exclusively koi, Ryan Stoddart's. So if anybody would like to send in the fish for next week, please do so. And your videos, pictures, and what have you. And we can do one for Ryan. And then I thought we might go into the goldfish appreciation, fancy goldfish. I just want to see. Yeah.
For the goldfish appreciation, Gaz, I do think we'd need Vicky on that night because she is a goldfish expert.
Yeah, we're already one step ahead of you, mate. If you'd have been watching the auction last night, you would have seen I announced it.
God damn it.
You've already planned it.
Now you just confessed to not watching, Daz. You should have just said, oh, that's right, guys, you did.
I've got a stick in my eye.
I've got a stick in my eye. Daz has been torturing himself with branches and poking him in his eyeballs, so he's had bad eyes. Kelly says, my daughter has fancy goldfish pond. Sweet.
You didn't actually say last night who it was when you had us all guessing. There was loads of names. Well, three
I didn't
names.
say who it was. I just said it was a special guest. She is pretty special. Sorry, Mick, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just going to shut up. No, I didn't want to announce who it was because I hadn't actually said who it was or even asked if she would like to do it. But I do know she's got quite a bit of knowledge about them. So yeah, between yourselves, it's just basically for one person to be able to tell. I don't know much about them. I mean, I know most of them are pig ugly, but some of them are quite. No, come on.
No, there's only two that are ugly.
Even Ryan's dad keeps them. And even those ones with a big mad.
Oh, yeah, that's one of them.
Those are weird, man. Them.
Those are the Blackmores, they're ugly.
No, Blackmores are nice. I give you a really good one.
Yeah, I know you did, but it's still ugly.
Yeah. If their eyes were some mad, they won't look too bad, but they look like they've been a good crack inside the head, don't they?
They look like their eyes are going to fall out when you lift them out of the water.
Yeah.
Those red caps you had on last night were stunning.
Yeah, there was some of them. I heard that guy's shit. And I thought I might go with it, but I didn't I? A lot of people are looking to buy Tamasaba. So any information would be helpful. Fat fish, big bodies, red, white, and black.
They'll be everywhere in a few years when everyone's breeding them.
Yeah. They'll be everywhere in a few years. I've got 15 of them, 16 of them. I had to do a surgical operation last night with a Tamasaba in my tank. It got itself in it. It got itself, you know that rock stuff that I've got, which is the old screw. It swam in, didn't it?
Oh my God.
So I had to take it out and I had to gently poke it out with a pencil. And then it dropped out.
It exploded.
No, it's fine. It's done a tiny little bit.
Right, just got a hole through it.
Got little dimples in his head.
Got a tiny little bit of damage to its tail, just a little bit, as it was, because it got in and it got its tail like that, so it couldn't get back out. But if it had thought about
they're a bit stupid goldfish on. They've got no common sense. Funny to watch though.
If Daz and Vicky are going to sell them, he needs to drum up enthusiasm for his Tamasaba fry. He does, mate. You're right, 100%. And he's not so much that he's going to. Everybody that's in here, 149 here. If you could all do me a favour, I would like the address for each and every one of you. If you could do me that honours and send me the address through to Gaz's Koi Pond 1 at virginmedia.com, and I will make sure that you get a Tamasaba to you. Because Gaz has got about 400,000 of them between him and Vicky. They've got enough Tamasaba to take over the world.
Yeah, 10 times over.
Yeah, and you still spawning more. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've had to start them on the pill to slow them down.
Sunnybank Koi sold a stunning Tamasaba last week for 25 quid. Marco, my God, that's cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was it those things? Honestly, 10 years ago, we used to do thousands of those stuff like that.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Well, things always do circle. They'll go, oh, shit. Man, I'm crap tonight. Sorry, mate. That were real bad. That were real. How long were you sat there?
About hour, mate.
He phoned me up twice then. Why aren't we on? What's going on here?
Oh, God. Right.
Good evening, everyone. Anyway,
Good evening,
Crafty.
we've bunch of bumper class.
These messages get better, don't they? Anthony, a.k.a. the Fat Bar Steward.
Not looking too fat tonight.
I've got super wide clothes on, mate.
I can hear you, Ricky, but everybody else is crashed out.
They're quite slimming.
Oh, so, Matt, you can't hear us?
It might be my end, man. Everybody froze up.
Yeah, sure, mate.
Yeah, we're all still moving.
Blame Matt. Living out in the sticks, isn't it?
We can hear you, mate.
Yeah.
We can all hear you.
It's that piece
What
of
is
string
sign
for a
language?
table.
I'm free, guys. Let's give him sign language. Jeff says evening latecomers, Crafty and Rick. Good evening from Gary Sky. Hope you all are well. Thank you very much, mate. There we go, Claude. Gary's koi, 625, fabulous old koi. What is the oldest koi anyone has in their pond? My God.
I don't keep them long enough to get old.
I think my oldest is about 4, if that. 4, maybe 5. My little Becco.
That's a good question, actually.
Becco, my squash tomatoes, 4 or 5-year-old. That's the oldest one I've got. That's
I have.
the last two of them are original.
I've got one that's 9 actually. That Shisui.
I think mine are probably. Oh, yeah, 5 is probably about the oldest that I've got.
Babies, isn't they?
Yeah.
30-year-old Asagi.
How old are you, Rick?
28. I've had it
Well, there, mate.
before I was born.
15 years from Dr. Kate.
Yeah, but just for the staggy, what else have you got? You've got a lot of old fish.
415-year-old? Sorry, I have 4 15-year-old koi in my pond. I'm going to say, God damn, that's older than the one legend one. Gwen says 28 plus. Right, Humber Koi, Aaron's dad, which is grandpa, at 30. That's a good age too. I have a Hiyatsuri at 15. My dad has got one that is definitely 27 years old because it's older than my daughter. So yeah, 100%. He's definitely got one. It could be pushing 30-year-old because my sister is a bit younger than me. That's all right.
What I'd like to know is, has anyone got an old koi that still looks half decent, or are they all just turned to shit? That's what normally happens.
I've got young koi that look shit. Never mind old ones. That squash tomato looks crap, man. My 2-year-old Benny guy looks like a right bag of crap.
It is a variety that stays looking good when it gets to a good old age.
Yeah, most of them do lose a lot of the coloration, don't they, as they get
I know
older?
Sankeys do that. Sankeys look manky when they get older.
Yeah.
Get a crash.
Those that's got ones at 15 and 28 and 30-year-old, are they still looking like the fish that you bought some years ago? Lebo's got a ghost koi of 20-year-old.
Yeah.
That's that we're going to do, the koi appreciation. What's your oldest fish and what does it look like?
Yeah, your old koi appreciation.
Yeah.
There'll be some bangers that night.
Now the second, it's not really a question. Well, it is a question. So, but actually, we've got 2 here, so we could have had a third if Ryan had been here. Would be good to see the dealers down south coming up and setting up a stall at the Scottish Koi Club shows 2025. What are our chances?
Remote from me.
It's a no from me. Matt, would you like to travel up to Scotland to set up a stall for the Scottish Koi Club shows?
Would love to, but I haven't got a passport.
There you go, then, mate. At the two that I could manage to get on here this evening, mate, that's a no.
Logistically, you just
Ryan
can't
to
do
do
it.
it. He's up there anyway, isn't he?
Oh,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan's in
He's
Scotland.
nowhere near Scotland.
He's a lot closer than we are.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, probably about
I would
4 hours
imagine-
away.
Is there not many people, Marco? Is there not many koi dealers up in Scotland that support the koi clubs or the koi shows then, or the koi show? Let me know, mate. I did see something there. My Pericina is Jig says 17. My Pericina. That's good.
What does it look like though?
White.
Why
No
we
dealers
don't
in Scotland, mate. No, there's not one koi dealer in Scotland. Not at all. Nothing.
God, that's worse than Ireland.
Well, you got a Highland koi, haven't you? But they're not a big place.
Aberdeenshire koi. Another one. That's about
Yeah,
right.
Scruff is 33, so Gary's got a 33-year-old koi. That's good going, isn't it?
With a name like Scruffy, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a show winner.
Mine was, Gwen Gamble says, mine was given to me, came from out of a cold water tank kept in a field. I've had it 4 years and was told it was 25 then. So 29 now. God damn. And there was a little message in there. Edward Naylor says, hello, you cricket bats. Thank you very much for joining us, Ed.
There's,
A Highland koi hairy with horns.
there's 16 koi dealers in Scotland.
16 koi dealers in Scotland. Well, I would say if there's 16 koi dealers in Scotland, that would be a place to start contacting them. You'll not be lying about. Alan Tate says will not be in my pond. What if it was a Highland koi? If it was hairy and big horns. The bedroom says, question, Rick, did all the fry go after the orders? Oh, the gentleman there that says there, look, the bedroom, that's the gentleman that was talking to you. Thanks, Shane. About the fry. Did you sell them all on, or did you have any left, mate?
There's a few hundred sort of 1-inch ones left. If anyone wants to phone up and hassle Carl.
Shane, I'll forward you. Ooh, lights
Where have I
off.
gone? Cheers.
Have you got a torch? This could be like what was the Blair Witch Project?
No, he doesn't want me having the light on, obviously.
Oh, sorry.
I'll get his details through to you, mate, and he can give him a tinkle tomorrow morning. There we go. Hopefully, you might have solved a couple more hundred.
We are
Mr. Tate.
line of Shiro Surrey, Tamasaba, just for Mr. Tate.
You're doing what?
Rearing a line of Shiro Tamasaba, just for Mr. Tate. Black and white ones.
Black and white Thomas Abbas.
Yeah.
I mean, I would very much doubt that you will get Mr. Tate involved or interested, no matter what the colour are. No worries, mate. I'll sort it. I'll get it forwarded through to you at some point this evening. Might be late, so don't go mad if I send you a message at 25 to 1 in the morning. Right. So, there we go. There's Shane's message. I'll drop it you through, mate, after this. So let's go on to it. Let's go on to a topic then. He says, "God, there's that many posts in here, man. This is nuts." Where's it gone? Marco's now sending me pictures of Tamasabas while I'm live. Mate, I've seen more Tamasabas than I can throw a stick at. I've got tons of them, mate. Right.
You'll be an expert before you know it.
I won't go that far.
Them rancho looking good, Daz.
Lion
It's
head.
in pictures.
Yeah,
see
I
how
love
he
the
said
scalation on them as well.
It sounded like Barry White. Those rancho are looking good, does There you go.
Bring it on.
It's because I'm the walrus of blood.
And got a randos.
Stop saving.
First, well, we've got one here. Kelly's asked us, can I ask the panel, if they know what this lump is on the top of my koi, please? Let's see if we can bring that one up.
When Gaz has hit it with a hammer.
One second. Oh, that was a video. I thought it was just a still, but let's share the second screen. I already know, so let's see if you already know. Start it back at the beginning. The lump at the back of the head.
Can't see it. I see bits on his fin.
Yeah, which is a bit of a lump there, look.
A bit
Oh,
calm
yeah.
coming on already.
I'll have a look on Facebook so I can see it.
Looks like a bit of cat pox.
Yeah, it's got it on the pectoral fin as well.
It's got on the pectoral
Yeah.
fin, and it also looks like it's on the beginning of the leading ray on the dorsal too. But there's a little lump there.
Fish looks happy enough.
Yeah.
hopefully a bit of temperature, a bit of heat, or a bit of, does it get better in the summer months, or did it get better in the summer months? Because it looks like carp pox, I'd say.
What variety is it though, Gaz?
What variety is that? Well, that looks very similar to some that I know this guy that's breeding. That is, it's an Otchiver cross a side beginner in.
It's not mine. I don't. It's a golden corn, isn't it?
No way. Is it?
I'd guess so.
I would never have thought golden corn.
Is it really? A golden corn?
Got the Kanoko scales coming up.
Oh,
on
it
the
has it. Yeah, it is Kanoko. Yeah, you're right.
There's one of the ones that she had at the beginning of the year.
Jigsy says it's a humpbagger saggy.
I would have it looks like carp pox, doesn't it?
It does there, yeah. I can see it right at the end there.
Right at
Waxing
the
up.
end there as it comes to a standstill, which I should have just paused it there, shouldn't I? See if we can pause it. There we go. Looks like it's a bit of carp pox round here and into the right pectoral.
Certainly no inflammation or reddening around it, is there?
Golden. There's so many different variations to the golden corn, isn't there?
Sort of.
So many different variations of them. I mean, I wouldn't have said that was anything like you could say was a standard golden corn.
No.
Even if you Google a golden corn and you look at the variations of what people are selling, it's just a huge, huge difference between what defines a true golden corn. You know, what are we looking for?
A grey, blue, spotty, yellow thing. They look quite cool though. I think they're all right. They're growing on me slowly. I've got to say that because we'll be breeding them soon. I'll be sad.
I know we've touched on this. We've touched on this subject quite a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. But there is a question to us with the knowledge and the panel and the experience. Roof Rotten's question is: what do you guys think makes a good koi show? Question: more vats of show koi, more dry and wet goods from dealers. If you were to plan a show from scratch with all the professional knowledge that you have, what would your main aim be for the show? I think that's quite a good idea.
That is a banging question as well.
So I shall fire away straight away to our leading regional expert. He's not here. Go on, Crafty. What would you if you were going to plan a koi show? What would your main aim be for the show?
The clue's in the title. It's a koi show. So I'm not asked about show quality koi personally, but people's best fish with, if we could have 100 or 200 bats of people's best koi, right, with the likes of Mr. Tate and his team going around judging, right, then you're really gonna see an uplift in the koi show hobby, and people will learn a huge amount, like not just through showing, but transporting, prepping, picking, learning from mistakes, etc., etc. For me, a koi show is about showing koi, nothing to do with the wet dealerships. And if there was no cost involved, it would be just nothing but fish. But the reason why there's a lot more dealers involved is because of how much it costs to put on, and everybody forks part of the bill, whether it be a club, a dealer, or people coming to show, or people coming to look at the show. Everyone plays a part in it. But that's my answer.
Mine would be a bit different.
Go on then, Rick.
I mean, the amount of showfish you want. If you say the national, I think you should have some criteria to be taking fish to it, so they are the best fish. So there's only 100 vats available, and they're the 100 best fish being taken. I know that's difficult to do, but you want that. But I think it needs to be dragged into like the modern era, doesn't it? It needs to be interactive. It needs to be. You could have a tent at the end with a screen that one of the judges has got a head camera and they're discussing fish. And there's like so you've got an area where people could go and see why, they could pick, shishuis, they're judging shishui and asagi, highlight a variety, which is this is better because that's better because this is going to win an award because this is no good. Just the whole bringing people together, having more conversation, everyone looking around, looking at VATs. That you get a lot of people at shows that look in VATs, that's big, or they don't really know that much about koi. They're probably keen to learn, they're there, but who do you approach to chat? But sometimes a lot of people don't approach people to chat. They just look in the VATs and then go home. Whereas if there was an area where you could have YouTubers, like I say, we broached that before as well, where you can chat to people, go in there, open the whole thing up. So you got digital screens. You could, like I say, one judge could be followed. It doesn't have to be about the major awards. It doesn't necessarily have to be about any of the awards. Just discussing certain fish at the show. This is a very good example of because this is a fish that will never get a prize at a show because it's not been prepared properly for a show, or it's stressed, or it's not. So people understand more there and then about what they're looking at, why things are the way they are.
Can I throw in a little curveball question for you? As you were saying there, if there were a certain area where you could go maybe to an iPad or whatever and vote for whatever fish, blah, blah, blah. Right. Out of you four here, because I know I'm all right at it, but out of you four here, how many of you can place an order on the McDonald's screen?
I know I certainly can't.
Say that again, Gaz.
How many of you can place a food order on the McDonald's screen?
That was aimed squarely at me.
Yeah, right.
With me.
I'm a fucking pro at it, mate.
Well, I thought you'd be good at it, mate. But to be fair, that right, Daz, would you reckon you'd be able to go up to one of those houses?
I can't even operate my phone.
Look at that! I even put a pizza order in on screen tonight.
God.
Now, the reason why I asked that is, that would be the one of the main biggest problems. Because obviously you'd have to go through. Daz can't reach you.
I don't go on the shoulders,
by any chance.
What? I know that would be a technical thing for a lot of people. Maybe the older generation, and the younger generation would be straight all over it, man.
Well,
left and right job.
Not saying voting, Gaz. What I'm saying is that you've got like a big screen that is showing live footage from a judge walking round.
Oh, sorry, right. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant that.
50 people being there at a time, watching what a judge they're discussing or what they're highlighting or what they're talking about live at the scene. Then you could actually go and look at the fish in VAT 28 that they've just been discussing and see.
That'd be a cool idea. That would be a good idea. Yeah.
Why couldn't we do that?
That's how you would like it to be, because obviously we couldn't do that at present because that would be biased, and then everybody would know what they were discussing and what the fish were, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, not see if you could do it. You could do it on the Sunday, and it doesn't have to be about a fish that are winning or not winning. It's just
that
highlight a discussion point.
That'd be a cool idea, because then you could go around that fish. So if after the awards have been given, that information could then be displayed on the screen for people to have a look at, and then go, right, let's go and check out that fish that they said so and so about. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea.
I imagine it's pretty difficult to explain it unless it's verbally, though, wouldn't it? Yeah, can you imagine him typing the reason why, the tall things?
It'd be a verbal. So it'd be literally, imagine someone's got the camera, they're filming the fish, someone's discussing the fish, and you could put it either live or on a loop on a big screen. About
you could actually go live.
Subtitles
you could go live on YouTube, but only put it to a private person. So only the person that would pick up the signal in the koi show would be actually streaming it. It wouldn't go anywhere else. You could actually achieve that.
It's doable. It's just one of those. It incorporates the people on the outside looking in to the whole thing, isn't it? it's a discussion point. And if they did just pick 5 fish at random to film and to talk about and put it on a loop, and they're in vat so and so round, people could go to those vats and actually see the fish in the flesh and say, this is the best example of a ginrin at the show. This is what ginrin should look like. You know, it's not going to win, not going to win an awards or whatever. It might just be the best, you know, highlight an aspect of a fish, and you can go and see it in the flesh.
Why not have a tent where we got 5 fish, say, for example, and the judge would do what he would do on a training session.
What I do know is, though, Matt, that these things have been tried before. So not like what Rick's saying. Certain things like putting on like talks and stuff at the koi shows, seminars, small seminars, and that, and nobody bothers their ass to attend them.
Well, I've got one for you, Crafty. I don't know if this is.
This is why don't your idea of what you're suggesting for your question, part of the question, does. Don't give away your tips. They might sneak it in theirs.
Why don't you have a children's section, a junior section? All other shows seem to have junior sections, and that's the way of getting the kids involved. They don't have to be competing to the same level. They can have a lower standard, but just to get the kids involved.
Not allowed to buy fish unless they're over 16. You've got to be a bit careful. Where do they get them from?
Yeah, there's certain rules and regulations.
They can't buy a bloody fish.
Right.
Honest to God, there's loads of rules and regulations in the background that people aren't well, they're there. It's just you've got to hunt them out to find them, because it's not stuff that people look for. But there's so much involved with what the JSC and the bench of the BKKS attend by DEFRA, etc., just to ensure that the koi shows are going on. And them small little things, like which we would see as huge positive for the hobby, they are stopped by people that don't really understand what we do, to be perfect. And it just creates a fucking minefield for people. It's a shame, man. It really is, because you know the world's your oyster, but there's so much red tape involved in live shows that it stops so much from happening. The other thing is that, can you imagine, right? 20 kids taking part, but it's actually dad's fish that they're showing.
Yeah,
and
that's
you see what adults are like.
Yeah,
when they're in competition, it's like my fish is better than your fish and all that crap all the time. Imagine what it's like when the kids get involved. It's like watching kids playing football. The parents are worse than the kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, just a quick one, mate. If you can, if you can send us a link or send me that finger. Eric Gorman says, Matt, there is not 16 koi dealers in Scotland. If you found some information that shows otherwise, send it for us, mate, and then I can put it up and we can show Eric if it is such a case.
Some of them may be a fish and chip shop.
That's not good, is it?
Oh dear me. Well, then, Daz, what would you if you could?
I'm just giving you.
That was just a suggestion that you said to Crafty. You could have. Oh, right, so that's Daz's. Daz would have a children's section without. Steve, I need to see you, mate. If I can't see you, ain't coming on.
I quite like. It's a shame we can't go back to how it used to be, with the national being the winners of each section, right, against each other, and that'd be mint.
Well, that's exactly my point, Crafty. What I've been saying about that. It's a shame that we didn't go back a few years when you had a lot more shows scattered around all over the place, and you could almost nominate or allocate, that the Southwest would have 4 spaces to bring the 4 best fish to the national, and then that would leave all the other vats free for everybody else to show their pride and joy. And it doesn't need to be a show quality fish. It's what they can afford at the time. Now,
There's quite a few there in Scotland, mate. I think that's even more.
They're not koi in the pictures, mate. They're birds.
Padlocks. Steve, if you would like to join us this evening, mate, I can see you there in the bottom 5. I need to be able to see you, bud. So put the camera on your face. I don't just want to see your fringe. I want to see all your face because I'm not having anybody come on and shout something random. Point it at your head, mate. What you can see, we can see.
Talking heads.
If you can only see your fringe, let's introduce everybody to Steve. Turn your phone to the way, Steve, that way.
Landscape.
It's filming his roof.
I love this. This is
Someone
brilliant.
shorter than me.
The best bit about when we get a guest on that's never been on before. It's always,
Oh, he's got us on telly.
oh, that's me on TV there, Steve. Brilliant. Awesome, mate. And your finger's doing a fantastic job. Turn your phone so that it's that way, not that way. Oh, we may have lost Steve to a technical issue.
He'll join again.
He'll join in.
Off. Come back, Steve.
Yeah, well, he's gone. His screen's gone black now, so either his finger's right over at lens or he will come back. Question then, hang about. Matt, sorry, mate. If you were going to do a koi show,
I think I've answered it already, guys. Is basically to open up for the more of the hobbyists to show their fish, not to win the national, but in the sense that they would then gain a bit of confidence potentially to take the fish up. You know, one of the Asagis has been entered. I see somebody's commented to say, you know, that is a show-winning fish, but it's in, it is in a cracking pond, but without, how do I say it without being rude? The people that've got the fish probably don't know 5% of the names of the koi, but they love their fish. And there they are, stuck out in the middle of nowhere in sleepy old, I think they're Dorset still, sleepy old Dorset, and they've got a show-winning fish. But you're never ever going to see that at the national because they don't know it, because they never get the opportunity to, one, show on a lower key, or two, get told that, you know, that's the potential for it.
It's a big thing, though, isn't it? To take a fish to the, and let's not take a fish, it's take a vat of fish to the national. It's a whole weekend, all the prep, everything else. You've got to be into it. You can't just go, I've got one good fish. And
it's not just a day either, is it?
No, it's a 3-day event, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Your Fridays for your benching, your Saturday for the showing, for the judging, the Sunday for the awards.
Yeah.
Right. So that all comes at a cost, doesn't it? Because especially if you're traveling away.
Yeah. This is where the video shows come in and whatever, innit? And that's where people try to do photographic shows, but they don't have the same appeal, do they? Looking at ourselves, you put a load of fish on to people to look at, and they all switch off.
Yep.
Yeah, they do, Rick. You're right. It's very difficult to get it and do it right and do it with online. Online, it'd be way more difficult, wouldn't it? But yeah,
right. It's the age-old problem, isn't it? That's the same. It's always been that. Will always be that. You see a 90-centimeter kahako at a show, and you look at it, go back to it, you look at it for literally hours. You see it online, you go, "That's nice."
Yeah.
Click.
I would like if it was done as you said, Crafty. I would like to see more bats, but I would like to see it doing in a few formats, like as it's been said, where we could have, the creme de la creme show part of it, the YouTubers section part of it, and the Everyday Joe blogs part of it, where people can come and show, like Crafty said, more of your everyday type of koi, as opposed to the ones that are all 70, 80, 90 cm jobs. And then, YouTubers, so that there was more of an interaction with the public coming round to have a look and have a natter and have a chat with the YouTubers that were there, which would bring more people in. Because
they do that already, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, but if let's say, for example, if more YouTubers were to take the fish there to compete against other YouTubers' fish and have that type of thing. I mean, there's a good amount of YouTubers that have got some beautiful fish that could all put up their fish into a show, I could probably enter them into, you know, the bigger side as well, and just get a little bit more interaction with the public being there. Like you said, you could quite easily, let's face it, you could quite easily go to a koi show, couldn't you? You could walk through the main front door, you could do a quick whip round and get whatever you want from whoever you want to buy something from if you're after a certain thing, and then you could have a quick fly around all fish, have a quick look at them and think, right, I'm done in an hour and a half. Gone. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people come in. We've seen them many times, haven't we, Daz, where they come in and they're walking out with boxes. Now, you'd hope that those people are walking out with boxes just pop in the car and then come back in again. But I imagine a lot of them will. But you do sometimes.
Mr. Tate's put a good comment on that.
YouTubers, not YouTubers, not all of us. YouTubers. There is a few that do, yeah. I would just mean if we could get 20 or 30 or 40 of them.
A few more above it, mate. And that I think that's a fair comment.
It's a shame we couldn't have a PD. Oh, let's bring up. It's a shame we couldn't have the PDKA to regulate koi dealers. Oh, sorry, that will never happen.
The PDKA, Professional Dealer Koi Association.
That will never happen. 8 new hobbyists in the national this year. Good night, all.
So basically, there's a lot of flack that come from dealers around the UK about always koi shows, and a lot of the kickback to dealers is, well, you know, you don't run the koi shows, which is a fair comment, right? And really what people should be looking at is, as dealers, we should work together with a set standard to ensure that our industry is regulated. Now, this was put together from memory probably 15 years ago. Maybe a bit more recent than that, but koi dealers are a weird bunch, and not all koi dealers get on. So it's like it become a bit of who leads it, who actually puts the standards in place that we sign into, who runs it, who says what standards are right, what standards are wrong. So some koi dealers at the time don't heat ramp, some koi dealers do, some koi dealers send samples away, some koi dealers don't. So there's no regulation in there. So the noise coming back from the show scene, and quite rightly so, is before you start throwing shit at our windows, right? And that's not what they're saying. This is my way of saying it.
Yeah, it's a pity that none of them have got the brass balls to come up here and sit here and say it themselves, though, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know,
that's should be done, mate. And if you can have a discussion, we're having a discussion. This is a platform, and to send it in as a voice with your opinion puts your spin on it, not an actual spin from them.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, you can get the likes of myself, Ryan, Rick, Matt. We all work together. You know, we all talk. We all, you know, want to do the same things. We all get involved with each other. So you know, if we could get more and more koi dealers on, so we actually get a badge to say, right, we all work together with like a little bit like an ISO accreditation sort of award that you see businesses have. You know, that in itself, you know, trust a trader sort of
like accreditation, like
yeah,
I forget what it's called, chase like they have in building straight and all that kind of stuff.
And that in itself, you know, for people buying, because people don't take any notice of the pet shop license, in all fairness, right? I know that for a fact. People buy from so many different places with different grades of pet shop license. It don't really sort of do anything other than give you a standard that no one really looks at, if I'm perfectly honest. But if you used to have a bit of a tick box to say that you are part of an association that follows this standard, and that those koi dealers work together, you know, it starts to create a band of men that I think will only strengthen what certain dealers do. So I know for a fact I'd work well with Rick and Matt, and I work well with Ryan anyway. You know, and the more people that come into that ring doing the same thing, the better. It would be great, you know. But it's been tried and tested, and unfortunately for the old army, so to speak,
this was a theoretical question put across from Roof Rotten, wasn't it? With what would we like to see and do?
Yes, yeah. It wasn't what we're experiencing, was it?
Well,
No, not at all.
Right?
This is not to say that. This was just a spitball question.
I would like every dealer in the UK to have a mini show of fish that they've sold, selected the best koi, and those dealers sponsor the VAT at one of the nationals or whatever. Which I also can fill it up.
If they sold the fish, how are they putting them back there?
Sorry?
If they sold the fish, how are they taking them to the show?
No, it's down to the customer, but they will all sponsor that cost.
Yeah. You're going far-fetched now. What gets me is, like at the National, like I spoke to Alan, he said that the dealers regulate themselves. And he's got note that basically makes them be professional and do, which is fine. But it wouldn't be that hard. Obviously, every show vat is allowed X amount of weight or length of fish per vat, per whatever. You know, it can't be that difficult to put in place. You limit the amount of fish the dealers can display in their vats. You know, that in itself would alleviate a lot of the water quality problems and the amount of water people need. Because obviously, if you take too many fish and you haven't prepared them right, you need more and more fresh water all the time, don't you? Which puts a strain on the show, the whole show setup. If you say you're allocated one water change for all your vats and you're not allowed more than 10 meters of fish per 2 meter vat,
That's right.
That wouldn't be too difficult to adhere to, would it?
Nope.
It did seem some of the vats were racked with fish. It's just stacked in there, and it's like it doesn't show the fish in the best light when there's that many in a little vat.
Yeah.
But who knows? Don't know. At the end of the day, the shows, like I say, someone's got to put them on, and the BKKS are the ones that do it, aren't they? No one else is going to do it. The costs involved, it's just insane. Insane. So you just got to be grateful for what you get. We can all say it'd be better if this happened, it'd be better if that happened. But yeah, a few years ago, nothing happened because they couldn't do it. So
the thing is, the outlay of koi shows, 20 grand minimum. So Southeast, that was just at the weekend gone, that's a £20,000 exercise on its own. That's an outlay before anything starts. They have to pay for the electric, they have to pay for the water as it's used as well. You know, the venue hire, car parking hire, right? And that's how much it is before anyone puts their hand in the pocket to subsidise the cost to the club. Bearing in mind that it's all done as well through, and this is the same for all of the shows, it's all done by volunteers. And that's the bit, you know, including judging. It's all voluntary. There's no money exchange hands anywhere. You know, and I think that a lot of the time the credit gets taken away from that and people lose sight on what it is that the actual, not just about the fish when the show's on, it's a club event that people put together for enjoyment. They don't necessarily make profit either, so they actually lose when it costs them to do it. You know, so that's what we have to be quite mindful of. I think, you know, it's not like in Japan where it doesn't really cost them anything because, you know, I had a couple of fish in the All Japan Koi Show this year, and that cost around 700 quid in total just to show 2 fish. You know, but someone over here is paying £60 for a vat, not per fish. So actually the people that are showing the fish are the ones that pay for it. It's like and the price that you're spending on that reflects that. So when you got the likes of Ryan that's got 20 fish in a show, can you imagine how much his bill is for the koi show?
To be fair, a lot of the times the VAT doesn't even cover the water cost for the VAT.
Nope.
So I mean, really, the people that are showing the fish aren't covering it at all, are they? From the figures and the stats and the stuff that I was told by the volunteers and everybody that put on the show down at the Newark Showground, don't even touch it. It's not even close. They're into negative before they've even just half filling the VAT for them, which is mind-blowing, really. I mean, I think the vast majority of people that showed the fish, I mean, if I was into it, I don't think I would begrudge paying a little bit more to make sure it definitely covered what it costs to put the fish in there for a week if I were serious about doing it.
Well, when you think
that's where the dealers pick up the cost as well, so the dealers have to go. The show entry.
That's where the other bit comes into it. It's all. But all in all, what they all do, I'm going to have to say it, guys, because at the end of the day, I do think that personally now I'm starting to get a bit of a backlash for this shit. Yeah, and it's not what it's about. And it's not about me getting a backlash for it. But nobody at any point or any time has ever said or made anything out in any way, shape, or form. There might be a few of you out there that are a little bit disgruntled by it. But criticism's criticism. But it doesn't always have to look as in a negative way. People are saying things, and I've said this last week, started the show off with exactly this. People are saying things, and it's not just being said here on this platform. It's been said around the show ring. It's been said around the UK community of koi keepers. People are looking for what they expect it to be and for it to progress. And the only way it can progress and become better than what it is to take on ideas on board. And that's all that has ever been put forward. Suggestions. All right, some of those might not have been what people wanted to hear, but there's been no malice or ill intent behind it. And to be blunt, what I'm going to do is change the subject and take it on to something else, because I would much rather have a little bit less talk about it, because there seems to be a few people that are getting a bit disgruntled about it. And to be fair, I'm getting a bit sick of the shit. So, different topic. Why are the big pond supplier companies not sponsoring shows? There we go, Chris. Sorry, mate, but we're going to go. We're not going to go. The first question that I get that straight back in is to get straight into it. And the point that I was trying to make when I said, which I will touch back on because I never got a chance to finish it, is more YouTubers to be involved in it to attract more people in there to see their favorite YouTubers that would be showing their fish. That would just be an idea and a suggestion that I would like to put forward if I was putting on a show, not how shows should be run or are run. There we go.
Well done, mate.
What's that? You talking to the pizza boy?
It was a lady. It was a lady.
Andrew Jones, question. When do Japanese koi normally change age, i.e. knee side to sand side, etc.? Is it while they are still in the mud ponds or when harvested at the end of October, etc.? As knowing a non-certified koi's age can be a bit confusing this time of year. Rather than you having to ask all the time, you could be buying a koi that's advertised knee side, but really it's turned into sand side in a week or two. Thanks.
Get round and round on that one, couldn't we?
Yeah.
My problem is obviously as a farm, our tozai, which we've been selling for 2 months now, are this year's fish. But obviously, if you're a shop and you brought tozai in the spring, they're our knee side, but they've been sat in the shop. They still were bought kind of as toes, so you get that.
It's a bit complex.
This is where I think this is where the whole Japanese thing doesn't really work particularly well for us. Why not just put date of birth? This fish was born in
2024.
This
Born
fish is born in
2023.
23.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Crafty will have fish that he's brought a couple of months ago that have been quarantined there. They've not had that growing season because they're in this country ready to sell. He's brought them as Tozo. They've now turned technically to Nisai, but they've been waiting to be sold. Whereas if the Nisai in Japan have been in mud ponds growing, so they're going to be coming out a lot bigger. It's just one of those things, but you can't buy those fish from a shop. You go online and see, oh, look at these Nisai coming from this farm. They're 50 centimetres. By the time you shipped them, quarantined them, whatever else, you lose that sort of window. So I don't get why you wouldn't just put a date of birth on the fish. Stop trying to use fish in its first year or in its second year, which is other terms. You know, for us, we breed fish every year. This year's fish are up to this size. Last year's fish are up to that size.
Yeah. But you can go to a shop, for example, and buy a Tosai that and it might be literally weeks or months off being a Nisai.
But every Tosai sold in this country now in a Japanese shop is Nisai. There isn't a Tosai in this country because they're not shipping them yet because they're still in Japan.
Hey, Mike.
Hello,
So there isn't actually any that. Sorry, we should all say good evening, Mike.
Evening, Mike. Yeah, so there isn't any Tosai now in this country, apart from the farms in this country, because they're still in Japan, ready to start being harvested and sorted. Every fish in this country that's as Tosai was born last year, so it's in that changeover.
So right, there you go. So technically, every fish sold as a Tosai is actually Nisai.
It's now.
Japanese don't count pretty much a first year as a first year.
That's convenient.
So basically, a Tosai means in its first year, so less than a year old. But everything now in this country is over a year old. There's no fish shipped.
So technically, Rick, you need to advertise all your fish as jumbo Tosai because yours are chuffing massive in the first year.
No, but
in comparison to everything that's coming from Japan, that's literally the same size, but at year 2.
No, because obviously everything that's spawned this year is our fish coming up to 16 weeks old, 20 weeks old, 10, 15 centimetre fish, isn't it? And that's the same in Japan. All their Tosai are now 15 centimetre, 20-week-old fish, which they'll sort out and grow through the winter and push on to whatever. But there isn't anyone you can't ship those fish yet. No one's shipping those fish. They're not available. Maybe in the next few weeks, the first ones might start being moved across. But everything in this country is last year's fish, isn't it? That's
so confusing, isn't it?
So we almost should say they're Tosai until the first shipments of Japanese koi hit the UK.
That's just a meaningless term, then, isn't it? Just date of birth. These fish were born in 2023. Done. They've had whatever period of growth. The thing is, you can't grow fish whilst realistically you're quarantining them and you're getting them ready for sale and preparing them and all the rest of it.
Yeah, because the growth has been stopped there. They're getting ready for being shipped out and everything else. They're getting treated. So you can't be banging food in them. So they're still not. Man, it's confusing. I knew it would be.
So how can you buy Tosai then that have got basically eggs inside them?
You can't.
No,
fish that have been held, mate.
But we've seen it, Rick.
Of course you have, but that's due to a farm in Japan holding fish back, keeping them of a certain size or whatever.
Should be this, aren't they?
Yeah, but they'll be held back and then sold as a small size. But the farm might not have sold them as Tosai.
The dealers should always. I think there's dealers out there that don't display Chibi-Nisai if they're Chibi-Nisai. They'll call them Tosai.
But that's what I mean. Why have all the confusion? But these fish were born in 2023. These fish were born in 2022.
What do you reckon, Mike?
I think it's a way of certain people getting around selling older fish for trying to make them out there something else. But I think it just comes down to you've got to trust your dealer, haven't you? And some dealers I trust no end. So like, yeah, I wouldn't even question certain ages, especially doing it. They're like this big, and they're saying that they're toe size still, and we're in October.
They're this big and they're sun's eye.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Sort of, it's just an easy way, isn't it, to flog some stuff up, isn't it?
Banging sun's eye, these like 15 cm. Whoosh!
But in reality, if you find little koi this time of year, if they're buying from a Japanese dealership, they are fish that are last year's fish. There is no other. If they are Japanese, because they haven't started shipping this year's stuff, so they have to be last year's stuff. That's that. So
I think as well with that is it's hard because dealers don't want to grow fish. So when you're looking at a fish that age, that might just be down to the fact that it's not been fed, and you might be able to get it home and then push it on a lot more. Or it could be the runt of the litter, like you say, old year stock, and it's just never going to do anything.
Yeah, but that's you'll get that in any, which is when you get to see a batch of fish. If you've got 100 kahakus from the same spawning or whatever, you can judge on body frame and what's growing out of the batch. But yeah, there isn't any dealers really that are going to grow fish. So that by the time those fish have been starved in Japan, shipped, if they're quarantined properly, then sat at dealers, yeah, you're talking 6 months sometimes. Those fish have done nothing. They've literally just been maintained. You put it in your pond and it'll just go crazy because suddenly it's going to get fed properly and grow properly. But the other side of the coin is it could be 3 years old and bonsai. Yeah. It's going to stay.
Yeah.
Trust. What about the Chibi Nisai then? Is the Chibi Nisai really just a? What's the Chibi Nisai then? Is that a 3-year-old fish?
No, it's just a fish that's not been it's been held back. So imagine, obviously, our farm. Right, the bulk of the fish are 10 centimeters by the end of the first summer. They don't do anything if we don't heat them. They're 10 centimeters in May when they go back out, and then they grow. So you get growth, but we can hold batches of fish back, not put them out for growing, keep them certain sizes. So if you've got a farm that's producing 100,000 fish, but they're not growing them, they're just literally holding them for a market for a size, then their Nisai might all be 15 cm. Look amazing. And that's their market. Another farm is pushing those fish heated through the winter, growing them flat out. Their toes are 45 centimeter. By the time then, 60 centimeter Nisai, but those fish are going to command the price that the pond space, food, heat, everything else is taken. So it's not necessarily genetics. Environment plays a part.
Yeah. Again, then there's all that heat growth and all the rest of it, heat years and all the rest of it and all, isn't there? So
the green days plays a massive role, but also stock levels, food quantity. All you can do is buy fish that suits your budget. That is what you're after, isn't it? And if you speak to a good dealer and say, "Look, I want a fish to grow really big," then you want to be buying the biggest fish of its group from a breeder that produces big fish. And then you can do your magic with it or whatever.
There you go.
Go
on then, Mike.
Hey up.
What you got? Have you got? Do you want to do a little bit of the old promotion?
If you can do, yes, mate. I said I think Crafty's helping us out a lot, mate. We just need to try and push it now because this weekend we're going to all start setting up. And then the week after, mate, showtime. So,
what show is it, Mike?
It's the end of year junior koi show. So it's a little bit different to how other shows run. And mainly, we're doing a smaller size category. So the biggest fish you can have is 65 centimeters. Is going to be like the top end, and then we're going down in sizes. But whereas like the national do, so for baby champion, you'd be looking at together size 1 and size 2. I think majority of times when judges are judging koi, they're always talking about body first, isn't it? So when you're looking at a size 2 and a size 1, the size 2 is always going to have an advantage straight away. So with ours, we have literally got it. So there's going to be a size 1 champion, size 2, 3 and 4 individual for that size. So when you're looking at a size 1, they are competing against size 1s instead of competing in 2 size categories. So I think that's one of the main differences that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, well, for me, that's what makes this show exciting and separates itself from the others. Personally,
Yeah,
it's.
I think we're in the early stages. It's the first time I've ever run it, and I know you was on board straight away, Craft. But I think what was it, March sometime, February, March? You was straight in. So yeah, I think it's got room to grow. I think that's the good thing about it. As a club, we've got the space to obviously grow it. I think we just need the exhibitors to obviously have more of a, you know what I mean? At the moment, we're at 20 bats, and again, we can expand that as well. So,
are you still looking for exhibitors now?
No, we're all full now.
You're all done.
Yeah,
That's
we're all
right.
full now. Yeah,
But you have got the capabilities. If it should it be a success, you want to do again next year, that you could push up to 30, could up 40, whatever as it progresses and grows.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I think
Nice one.
I think for the venue and for ourselves as a club, it's very much testing the water and seeing what goes where. It's all new pipe work, all new, everything's new. Whereas, some shows, when they're already pre-set up, everything's got their place. Whereas it's sort of, it's going to be a build of everything's in new positions. So it's, complete new show, really for the club as well. The club's always done a closed show. So it's been a big jump for us lot as well to try and get more input from outside.
And how are you doing for volunteers, mate, and everybody to help you? Have you had positive feedback? Have you got enough?
I think, definitely with the club, we've got a core group of people. There's about 41 members, but there's a core of us of about 20, 25, where when it comes to it, they're all happy to help. So this Sunday, I think we've got around 15 to 20 of us to start setting up. So it's looking good.
Whereabouts is it, Mark?
I think it's Kidderminster, Kidderminster at all. Yeah, Rosebery Garden Centre it is.
Is it an indoor show, Mike, or outdoor?
Yeah, so it's in a greenhouse, so it's indoors. So it doesn't matter what the weather is. Everyone will be drying indoors. So
Perfect.
yeah, I think that's the thing because it's at the end of the season, and obviously the weather now changes at the drop of a hat. I think it was a positive move from us to get such a good venue undercover. So, and it's quite big. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, fair. I think, mate, we push this show this year. We push it this year. Well, you push it this year, mate. And I really think that when you look, because there used to be a baby, like a junior show down at South
was it
East.
Young, was it? Something like that.
Yeah, a young koi show. It's down at South East, same place where they've just done All England. But it was just one club that was covering both shows, and again, they couldn't afford to run 2, which is understandable. So there's definitely a place in the calendar for one of these. And the thing for me is, it's not at the beginning of the season; it's at the end of the season. So that makes it even more exciting for me, because if you buy early in February or March, you can push that fish in a real good place to be able to take a good award.
Oh, there's so many ideas that we've got floating around. Like the idea I came up with, where we were saying that if you buy a fish in like February, make sure it's all documented when you bought it and all that, and then if you bring it to our show, there could be a category where you've got like a before and after. So then you get judged on it. The judging would literally just be on the before and after, a bit like a growing show, but obviously at a individual club basis. Like everyone got their individual fish that they've chosen. Nice. So there's loads you can. Yeah, there's loads we've been thinking about.
What's the closing time on Saturday?
It is 3. No, it's 4 Saturday, 3 Sunday.
4 Saturday and 3 Sunday. Mark's just asking there because he's busy on Sunday, but I'm guessing he would like to come up and visit and be a part of it on Saturday, mate. So yeah, 4 o'clock for Saturday and 3 o'clock.
Opening's 10 a.m. both days. So yeah. Yeah, we
Nice
need
one.
a football
I've just
now.
shared both. Well, I've just shared your poster, mate, both on mine and on Crafty's Facebook groups as well, mate. Again,
Brilliant.
just to keep it fresh in there, mate. And I will bang it around everyone that I'm in on.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest?
Go on.
What's been the biggest challenge, Mike?
Getting money off people. Someone's sat in here as well.
Age old problem.
No, to be honest, yeah, it's probably that. Because we're new, I think there's a lot of people don't know our club. So for exhibitors as well, we struggle to start with because there's people that are sort of, they don't know the setup and how we. I think our club's one of the oldest clubs going. I think it was like 1971 when they started up.
What year was you born?
93. But yeah, there's a lot of knowledge and people know what they're doing in our club, you know, and that's what's good to see. There's someone young like me. There's another lad, Kyle, as well, who's been helping us out. Just having that experience on hand, just to drop in when they need and say, "I know what I mean, that needs that," you know what I mean. So, but we've got everything. It's all set up and ready to go. So, yeah, just need
Looking forward to it, mate.
I am as well. Like I say, I think there's a lot of things that we can't control. You know, we can't control what type of fish people bring, and we can't control how many people turn up and stuff, and how much they want to spend with certain dealers and stuff. So, but yeah, it's been a big learning curve anyway.
The thing is, mate, I don't think that no one can control what fish gets brought to a show, mate.
Yeah,
and no one can control how many people walk through the door, mate.
We've all seen what people have been saying online and stuff, and at the end of the day, when we're looking at the winners, they can only win. You know what I mean? What they're up against. So
yeah,
no, it's
yeah. You know, and I actually, you know, I commend you for doing it, mate. Personally, you know, you got to have big balls to put them out there and say, "Come on, open show, let's make this work." But for the first year for you, I really want to get behind you.
Yeah,
and again, hopefully we can work again next year. You know, but like I'd like to see 40 vats or 30 vats similar to what we see at the Great British, and put another decent. And this isn't just for me, but put a decent koi show on the calendar that we can all attend and enjoy like we do all the others. You know, for me, that's what it's all about, getting together and enjoying it. You know?
Definitely. I think that's what, well, I'm sure you guys do it, you know, it's not just to turn up, have a look at the koi, go home. It's like a social gathering and it's everyone.
100%,
it's just a good place to meet, isn't it? And,
there's definitely going to be some deals to be had. I'll put that out there.
I've heard that from the feedback that I've got from the dealers, what we've got coming, they've all said the same. So if you're looking for a bargain, it's going to be the show, I think.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah. Get a bog off.
Get a bog off on.
I think, to be fair, that's a lot of the. There has been talk of a few people that have said, you know, I've not been too happy with it, blah, 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 blah. But I think when you go to a koi show, you make it what it is by the social group that you take or you're involved with. And as we've done throughout this year and last year and year before when we've been going to them, they've progressively got better and better and better. And we've enjoyed it more collectively as a group and got involved with more people each year in, year out. And it's just made it atmospheric.
The deeper you get, the more interesting it is as well, Gaz.
Yeah, 100%. I think if you go there with a group of the right selected people, you can have a blast.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
I think as well, what people need to do is if you're moaning that it's not big enough or it's not good enough, go and lend a hand and then see how hard it is to set up. And, you know what I mean? I think I read one about, it was about a certain show, and I just thought, they have not got it. I think they were moaning it was a tenner, and I'm like, mate, they haven't got a clue what goes on. Like, to set that up, and no one gets paid. Literally, the dealers giving us money so we can afford to buy pipe work and air rings and stuff like that.
But you've got to remember, dealers go there, Mike. Our job to go there, right, and we profit from it. You don't. you don't make as much money as we would if you're good enough. I mean, I'm hoping I'll make a profit, but for me, like I said to you before, this is to help get you off the ground and push it. You know, if I don't make money, I don't make money. The boss won't like me saying that, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But that's why I've got behind you so much as I have. I really want to get another good show on the scene for us all to attend and have fun at. You know, and you don't have to answer this because it could be fairly private, not you personally, but what is the outlay that you have put out? Do you know the answer, or will you share the answer?
No, but it's a lot. I'm probably 4 times over what I was first.
What you anticipated initially.
Yeah.
Well, we'll work well together because I'm very good at overspending as well.
That's all I seem to do with the secretary. I'll just send it. Can I have another 500 quid for this? And he's like, yeah. So what's this for? Yeah, I'll have a look. Yeah, I've spent a fair few quid leading up to this. Again, I think if we can get through, have a good show, everything goes well, all the fish are healthy on the way back, then I think, that'll be a positive. And then we can obviously build on it next year and make it bigger and better.
Am I right, Mike, in thinking that the club that you're on was the one that was originally in the garden centre prior before? The one that we've been
show,
the first time where I saw you showing your fish.
Yeah.
You showing?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
I did.
What was that, about 2 years ago? Was it?
That's about 2 years ago, yeah.
Because
they didn't hold one last year, did they? Because the premises where you were, for some reason.
Yeah, they said they sold it. Yeah, so then they kicked. We moved on, and then we've spent that year trying to find another venue. So it's hard to even a venue. You've got to think there's so many different things that you need for a koi show. The water's got to be good. There's got to be waste. There's got to be electrics. There's got the parking, food, drink. There's so many things that you think about. Oh, couldn't it not just go there? But there's so many things that you need.
To be honest, mate, and to be completely fair with you, that I've been to that show prior, and that was a small venue and a small event. But I tell you what, that didn't make an ounce of difference. It was brilliant, and I've enjoyed both the shows at a small event. Last time we went there, that's where we saw the Ginrin Goshki does and the Ginrin shower.
Yeah,
stunning. One of two of the best fish I think I've ever seen, and that were one of the smallest events I've been to. So
classic show, wasn't it?
For the club, for the club, mate. Everyone gets together. It's a bit like what you guys do when you turn up show. We all have a laugh. We all get on. We all know what we're doing. We've got to take it serious because we've obviously got people's fish involved. But it's just a good weekend to have a laugh and get on with each other and talk about koi and everything koi, isn't it? So
some nerding.
Yeah.
Bit nerding. You're a nerd. Rick's a nerd.
Got a quick question there from Wicken Koi, and we'll come back to you again then, Mike, afterwards.
Yeah.
And my question is, if you breed 2 Japanese koi in another country, are the offspring no longer Japanese? Well, my question to you, Wicken Koi, would be, if you was to be, your parents were to both be from Japan and you was born in the UK, what would that make you?
Dual passport.
It would make you British, wouldn't it?
Dual nationality.
Your answer's in your question, mate. If it's born in another country, that's where the fish is from, isn't it? It's not. It's Japanese bloodstock or broodstock, but it's not a Japanese koi because it's not bred in Japan.
Japanese.
It's making things clear, isn't it? If what people do sell fish bred in this country is Japanese koi. But in reality, they're English koi or UK, whatever, they're Israeli koi. Just same with age, same with where they're from. If you was transparent and honest, there was no. There's none of this.
Right, I'll ask a question, Rick. Right, I mean, I'm quite au fait with what the answer should be, but I quite often get asked, what's the difference between 2 Japanese koi in the UK being bred and sold, and the koi that are sold in Japan from various breeders. What's the difference in the two stocks?
It depending on what farm they're coming from, but in reality, the Japanese breeder should have better brood stock, producing more fish, with greater knowledge, ultimately they should be a higher level fish. But the reality isn't always the case, and that comes down. So our best fish will easily match the lower grade stuff coming from Japan. But our best fish will never match the best stuff from Japan. But you know, you can go to Japan and you can go to one farm and spend 100 yen a fish. You go to another farm and it's 10,000 yen a fish for the same age size fish. There's a difference in the grading, the quality of parents, and what goes into them. So, yeah, the difference is
it's all relative.
The quality, yeah, it is all relative because you can go, you know, you go to Momentera, you're going to be spending top money on a fish regardless because the parent stock are insane. The numbers, the culling and what they do is insane. You know, the work that goes into those fish have cost them 500 quid each to produce a year old. But you go to another farm in Japan where they're doing 1 million fish, they've cost them 20 pence each to produce. They're producing for an export market. So,
yeah, less selection through the culling process.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You should be everything coming from Japan to a point should be better as a general rule of thumb in terms of quality and the genetics of what you'll be getting from most other places. But everyone else is improving, and yeah, it's.
Well, what I will say is them fish.
Unfortunately, all farms in Japan are equal.
Them fish that you put on at the Twisted Towers event, mate. That Ginrin rot, mate. They are fucking banging, and I guarantee we won't see any of that in Japan.
Yeah, but that's a sort of unique selling point. Perhaps it's a type of fish that we've produced that you won't find elsewhere. But you can go to Poland and see some crazy Deutsch stuff you might not find anywhere else.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Poland.
I used to do some stuff that. But in reality, the Japs are certainly in the main varieties are just, you know, we've got 50 farms all doing kahakus from multiple insane parent sets, culling to a point that, yeah, their worst kahaku they're selling is better than our best one. I can't compete with that.
Yeah, Yamaguchi's actually one-man band and he culls 98% of his fish.
Yeah.
You know, and the fish he had a tozai there last February, mate. I shit you not, I couldn't keep my eyes off it. The heron fucking bought it. But there was a bowl of 6 fish, man, and looking, I was like, holy fuck, man. That fish went past in his pond. I said, get that fucking necked up. And he drew like little Jesus Army fish in a bowl, right? And then he put the price next to all of them. And this fish's price was astronomical, man. And I was like, looked at it.
If that's his number one fish from 4 spawnings and he's done all that work.
Yeah. And the price tag, mate, was he didn't want to sell it, actually. He put a price tag on it to try and deter the sale. But Ryan, after 10 minutes of walking up and down, going red, white, pink, green, eventually shook on it. And then we went and sat down with him for a meal afterwards because that's a Japanese way of saying thank you. And I was speaking to him. I said, well, why did you not want to sell it? He said, now I've sold it. It now becomes my problem because it's being sold to be kept on for a year. And he said, I have now got the pressure of keeping that fish alive and hoping it's going to turn into what it looks like it will turn into because it's all on his name. And the amount of money he took for it, I was like, well, so he said he was not going to feed it for like a couple of months. Just leave it swimming in a pond because he didn't want to overfeed the fish. You know, he was quite good, but he literally, every fish he had in that pond, mate, he had documented from little tiny 1 centimetre fry all the way through, and he was flicking through the pictures and you could see the progression up to about 15 to 18 cm it was, and it was stock, man, and you could see the progression, and he was like, yeah, this is why it's my number one koi. So I get what you're saying. His top end fish you know, when they make it, are fucking outstanding.
But it's a parent cost as well. And you know, Sacco Fish Farm, you know, you could be talking £500,000 to buy one of their fish, one of their parent stock, and they've got 50 of them.
Yeah, it's the same with him, mate. He's got like his little brood stock. He's got a pond in his house because that's where he sells from. In the pond, and one of them, well, he worked with Narita for quite a long time, and he's got some fucking absolute outstanding fish. But they're dead weird because they come out really head and shoulders and stocky and short. But then when you see the development of his other fish, they pile on the weight at the front, stay fairly short, and then they start to lengthen. And then when they do that, they fucking turn into another, just different gravy, man. But they carry a price tag. Yeah.
Sacco fish ones do, mate. They look like crucian carp when they're little. It's like just...
yeah, run it, mate. That's the thing.
So the long and short of it is the quality of their brood stock that they're using in comparison to the fish that people over here are purchasing and buying and using as brood stock. They're coming from £500,000 fish, and yours are coming from a £4.5 fish.
Basically, yeah. The difference is it's not just so they got genetically the best brood stock, more brood stock, more farms, more numbers, more culling. So at the end of the day, the product should be that much better, and it is with the top end stuff. There's no question, is there? We just can't compete with certain varieties, but our marketplace is much more. You normally koi keeper that £50 is quite a lot to spend on a fish.
Yeah,
they progress, and the amount of people we brought into the hobby is staggering because they come to us, they can afford to buy fish. They get to a point where we can't produce varieties or qualities they want. We pass them on to Matt, we pass them on to Gatwick, or we pass them on to Crafty. They progress up through the hobby, buying better and better fish. That's how the hobby works, and quite often people get to the top and they peter out. A few stay in there, but a lot sort of go and do something else. But
play golf.
Yeah, it's part and parcel, isn't it? We 99% of people that keep koi in this country keep fish unheated in ponds that the water quality is adequate for the fish to survive and grow and enjoy, but it's not something where you're going to grow fish and develop them. There's no point going to buy a £2,000 tozai from Sacco Fish Farm as a tackoi because that fish is never going to fulfill its potential that you're paying for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There is a massive difference, but not all of the stuff coming from Japan or anywhere else in the world is necessarily better. Just because it comes from Japan doesn't make it better. They do the best fish. Fish, not all of their farms are the best because export. A lot of them just do export. Huge numbers of stuff that look pretty for a few years and then don't. But that's what they do.
I mean, that's true as well, mate, because when you'll see when you come over in February, guys, when you're selecting, they've already graded their fish out. So not all koi dealers, and this is one thing that pisses me off when you see high quality written on everything. You know, it's like the Japanese, like I'll use Afuchi as an example. When I went down to his place, he had 3 big fuck off ponds full of tozai, and he was like, cheapest, not so cheap, expensive. Right, so he's already graded his koi out, but when they're then farmed back or when they're shipped back here, you don't know what we've picked out of. You know, all of the breeders could say, all of the dealers could say they've picked out of his best pond. You don't know that. You've got to have that trust, haven't you? Yeah. When actually, you know, I've paid 8 times as much for a tozai than what another dealer has paid, like for the cheaper end, but then he's advertising them as high quality. You know, it's one of them. So actually, you can still buy some fucking dog shit fish from Japan. You know, at the cheaper end.
I think when they have a very high quality, like especially in the UK, when it has someone has very high quality, or if you look in there and you think they're all shit, that just shows you the standard of the dealer. If a dealer's pumping fish out saying this is a very high quality fish and it's 50 quid and it's a bag of shit. Like,
and it's 50 quid.
You know that dealer hasn't got a high standard in koi. So when they are talking about koi, that's me personally, I just avoid them because I just think if that's their high quality, I don't think they've got information that I would like to have off them. So I dodge them.
I mean, and that's good. That's a good way of looking at it, mate. You know, it's like it for me. The bit that annoys me is when you've got people just in the hobby that know fuck all, you know, with regards to what they're looking at, and they're taking the information that this is a very high quality fish based on what, but they build that relationship and that trust aspect with the dealer, and they don't go anywhere else. I mean, that's on them, but you know, it's still one of them that really winds me up, especially when you put the amount of work and effort in that a lot of dealers do. You know, I'm not naming any names here because nothing's coming to mind, but it happens. You know, yeah, and I know it happens because I used to be a hobbyist as well before I became a dealer. So, you know, it
I think
takes
it's a lot less common though, is you can actually now look on the internet and YouTube and discuss with people. Look at this Kahako I brought. It's very high quality, and someone go, well, the sashi shit, body shit, Benny shit, that's shit. Oh, yeah. Suddenly you learn that actually it wasn't a very good fish to start with.
Yeah. You know, I don't believe you need to put that in front of what a fish is, because a fish, you know, well, once you get an eye, you actually know what you're looking at, don't you? Like what you say, Mike. You know, you know what's a nice fish, what's a good fish.
But there is certain information you do want if you're spending money. Age of the fish, sex of the fish that's available, breeder of the fish, how it's been reared. Is it been on colour food and absolutely polished to an inch of its life?
You can tell the fish that have been on colour food. You can see straight away by looking at them in shop that they're popping like crazy with the Bene. When you get it back home after 6 months, it's orange again. You think definitely been on colour food.
Yes, a lot of people haven't, have they?
Yeah, well, yeah, true. To be fair, mate, yeah, that is something I've learned, but it's blatantly obvious the more you get into the hobby. But for somebody that's new to it, they think that that's the norm, and it isn't. I mean, no disrespect, don't take this the wrong way, but red kajakus don't exist, do they?
Difficult to get hold of. Difficult to keep red of.
Well, red kajaku, you mean you enhance the Bene by making it red by feeding colour food.
Yeah, but you get massive different shades of.
Oh yeah, but it's
you do get
not what everybody would know as being red, which is a deep, you know, blood colour red, is it?
That's more genetic based, though.
Oh yeah.
It's what again, but
you can make an orange kajaku, depending on how good it is, more vibrant red, can't you?
You can adjust it with temperature. The sex of the fish makes a difference. The temperature is kept at. The colour of the water is kept at. They all make a difference.
Yeah.
That's the point, though. If you go to a dealer and you buy these super red fish, and when they get better with age,
sorry, comment.
Yeah, it's difficult. But as a dealer, you want to present the fish looking their best.
100%, mate. Yeah, I'm not knocking that in any way, shape, or form. You can, honest to God, mate. When I brought home that, well, what was a yellow hornet, and put it in my pond, I thought, my God, man, that is more vibrant than any other fish that I've got in my pond. 100%. Do I imagine it will stay that way? No, I reckon it will drop a couple of tones, a couple of shades, somewhat, depending on whether or not I keep feeding. Well, actually, if I am feeding colour, it might very well stay there now, come next summer as well. But yeah, man, that thing's crazy, mate. That's fucking luminous.
Top breeder.
How many people here actually ask how they're being raised, what they're fed, and I bet
nobody does, mate.
When it's a small koi, I don't.
No.
I might ask them what temperature it is, just because it's going to be growing. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
What the age is.
I have asked places when I've gone around to do, you know, filming or to film them what they feed and what they use, but that's just purely to make more content within the video, so you know what they're offering. But As a general rule, mate, no, I wouldn't. I would just look at the fish and think, I like that. Thanks, you're coming home with me.
And like you say, it could have been on colour food. You put it in your pond, cold pond, don't feed it, and then it just all the colour drops off and it goes back to being
Run of the mill.
instead of red or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dad's likes them.
You've seen that Matt Gaz is on the old shoulder again. You put his head out. Matt's asleep.
It's the back of his shirts. That's why you don't ever see him turn around, because Duck's just sat there having a shite down back of his neck every 2 minutes.
Why has he got the duck on his shoulder?
Because it's the parrot's day off, mate.
It hatched. It hatched. What? 3 weeks ago? Is it 3 weeks now? 2 weeks?
He's muted, but
You're
he doesn't
muted,
know.
Matt. You're muted just because of this. There we go.
2 weeks tonight, wasn't it?
2 weeks tonight. It hatched live on the show.
On TV.
I'm going to call it girls.
So we named him Gaz, and the man appeared that we had a visit over the weekend and said, I want a photo of Gaz. Where's Gaz? Where's Gaz? And I was like, fuck's sake.
Yeah, I hope you told them all. He's in Yorkshire. 10% commission on every one of those photos, mate. It's tattooed on yet. Does it say GKP in the middle of its web?
A bit of an idea, wouldn't it?
Barbecue Gas.
Can you ring it? Oh, it's too old now to ring it, isn't it?
You can use rings that close up. They can't.
Yeah, the little clip-on ring. They get a clip-on ring that says GKP on its foot. Then
How many we got in?
He's got tiny.
we have 160 at present.
160.
Anyway, let's Mike. Sorry, bud. We went to a question because I don't want people to think I'm missing them. Quick one for Daz just before we do. Daz, quick question from Jigs. What happened to the freaking trifles?
They're not in season at the moment. Start again at Christmas. They don't taste nice when they're out of season.
So, there you go. He just said, well, just be careful with Gaz. I've just seen you throw him across the room, man. What are you doing to him?
He's trying to crawl back up my leg.
Back to your promotion, mate, of your koi show, bud. I rudely interrupted you just because I didn't want that person thinking I'd missed the question. Because
No, that's all right, mate.
I get shouted.
I don't know what else we're talking about. I don't know. Fifth and sixth, mate. Yeah, fifth and sixth in the greenhouse, undercover, nice and warm for everyone, and yeah, I hope everyone can make it. Go on.
Are you showing?
Are you? Yeah, are you actually showing too? Sweet. Yeah. How are your fish doing, mate?
Fine, mate. Yeah, all good, mate. I say
How about you? Remember the last time I saw a video, mate, because you had a lot of crap with the channel, what have you, and it went off, didn't it? But the last fish I saw you getting was some fish that you added a couple of little toe-si, which might now be knee-si.
That's not true.
What's the progression of the fish? Are they? Have they grown? Some are they?
Yeah,
I think you put a shower in a shower in a Kanaka or Sankey.
I had a few Sankeys, yeah, sorry, yeah. They all went, they did, yeah. I say it's hard to get rid of fish, to be fair, second hand. No one wants to give you a fiver for them. And some of them were actually quite decent, it's just I don't have the space, you know what I mean? Realistically, you probably need like 3 ponds, but I don't think the missus will let me have them.
What about the grown?
That's running sweet. It's actually, I'm trying to drop the temperature for our show, and it won't go below 18. Honestly, the doors,
problem.
Literally, the doors open.
You bring them up my way, mate. I'll get them cooled down for you right quick. Be lucky if mine got to 18 this year.
So, Mike,
go on.
Mike, on your preparation for the show, for the viewers, then, what do you actually do? So
that's trade secret.
I know, but people don't give it all the secrets then. But if there's a basic, when did it start and what do you do up until the point?
And just in case you're wondering, Mike, this is Matt's ventriloquist ass that he's doing right now. He managed to do all that without actually moving or opening his mouth. He's getting good. He froze his voice from across the room.
You know, I've completely forgot about it. So I was at 24 about 2 days ago, and I've started dropping it rapidly because I've completely forgot. So normally what I do is it's probably about 2 months before I change the food, drop it onto some. I did use that pure white that once, but the cost involved in that is stupid for what
You
you've got to
need
actually.
a mortgage, don't you?
Mate, I think I fed it for about a month, and that was a lot. And then when I took it to the show, one of the questions Alan said is to the Kajaku, he said, that needs another like 6 months on the pure white. And I'm like, who's going to be paying that sort of money? But I guess some people do. But yeah, for our show, I ain't done a fat lot, to be honest. Yeah, they're just going to be cooled down and taken because, yeah, I forgot. So, we'll see.
Can we show that?
The fish you can.
Yeah, sweet. Don't look so worried, everybody.
Oh, crafty mate. You're not going to be happy, pal.
Look at
That's the one that beat me in it.
That's not cool.
Mike, is that yours from the Grow On event?
Yeah.
Hey, mate, that's
It's
good.
crafty, mate. It's not coming, unfortunately.
Why? Not ready.
Yeah. Well, it's got literally just in front of the door, so it's got a tiny little knock on it. And I thought that's been fine for. Well, it's not a problem at all. I had a little mark on its side. I sorted it out, and it's turned into that. And then, yeah, gutted. That'd have been a good chance. That would.
What sort of size is it at?
That'd have been it's about 52 now, 53. So,
Hell of a fish. That
Lovely
is.
body and skin, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, probably. I don't really want to do national, but I just want if it all heals up and everything looks nice, I probably will take it to the national next year.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. It's trying to fill a vat, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a banger, mate, that.
Yeah. Nice.
I've probably got to get rid of a few.
I mean, I like mine. I ought to give you mine to grow on for a bit, and I'll just look after that one. Get it cooled down for you, obviously ready for show, and then you'll be good to go.
That was one of those fish in the pond. You don't even. It just does its own thing. You don't really notice it. And then when I actually get it out for pictures, I was quite shocked, to be fair, what it came out well.
Yeah, beautiful that, mate. You've done well with that.
Mm.
Very nice.
I was gutted, craft, mate. Yeah, I had a look the other day, and I thought, it's not going to be ready. That, especially when I've had to start dropping the temps now. They're all salting. So,
How's your NND Shiro doing?
it's all right, mate. Yeah, it's all. It's in the heated pond down the bottom. So, yeah, it's. I think I did say. I think for that like that, it needs to be probably like 2 years before you start seeing it actually coming out to what it is.
100%. I mean, we're going to be carrying
all over.
We're going to be carrying. I mean, I haven't released this yet, but after the first set of results, I'm then going to carry it on again for another year for those people that participated in sending the results back. And then we're going to have another competition for year 2 and year 3 and year 4, etc. So we can actually monitor the growth and incentivize people to take part.
That'll be good.
I'll have offspring by then. I can be sending you pictures.
Grandkids.
Yeah,
It is that'll be a hard fish to judge, I think. Yeah.
Jig says, Mike, it'd be nice to see you on, mate. Get that channel back up and running. Which is agreed there by Mr. Tate. Agreed, Jigs. Would be nice to see Mike's channel back. Good content without any ego, unlike the rest of us.
Ali, you still coming to the show Saturday?
he is.
He is, mate. He did say further up there that he would be in touch. Hang about. There's a well done, Mike and the team. Looking forward to the show, and I'm sure it says there.
Yeah, give him a call tomorrow.
That he'll give you a call tomorrow there to chat about the show.
Because I think that's the one thing. We've got a lot of newcomers that have never done it before. And I think it'd be good to have someone like Al just go around, spend 10 minutes and just sort of talk about why something's done what and what's not. You know what I mean? Especially for their first time. There's a lot going on for someone doing it for the first time. You know, just simply taking your fish out of your pond and bringing them is a big deal. So I think it'd be nice for someone like Al, because he's a bit down to earth and he's like.
It'd be good anyway. So I spent a good amount of time. Al's going to hate me saying this, right? But on Sunday I went down to the All England and I spent a good couple of hours with Al, going round all the vats and just discussing the fish. And anyone that is showing or people that want to ask questions should approach Al, because he actually. I listened in to him debriefing a couple of the hobbyists that were showing, and it was amazing to hear their feedback of why they've bought a fish, not what I was saying, but the reason why they chose it. And you know, there were some fish there that should never have been shown, you know, banana bodied, and there was a guy that said, "Yeah, I actually seen that through the window, but I thought, oh, I'd take it anyway." And it's like, why would you do that? But you know, he give honest advice, honest opinion, and real good detailed feedback. And the way that he broke it all down really helped you understand the difference in looking at the body and the skin qualities, because it was just using the fish in that one vat rather than looking at all the others. He was saying, right, the skin on that is excellent. Do a comparison against that fish, but the body is excellent on that fish, but the skin's not as good as that. So he was doing comparisons on the fish in the vats that really helped people understand it. It was really good to see, and I don't mind saying it, mate, but you should be approached by as many people as possible this weekend. I'll help you out, mate.
Don't be lonely. Speak to Al.
Yeah, come and see Uncle Al.
That's what friends are for.
I think
or Granddaddy Tate.
It is definitely good getting the right advice from the right people, isn't it? There's a lot of wrong information out there.
Yeah.
And Al is someone that he'll tell you straight, won't he? I think there was a guy at the National and he said, "Al, what can I do better?" And Al just sort of said, "It's simple. You fill in your vat because you can, but actually you need to just cut down, bring the best ones you've got. The water quality will be better. And there's little details like that. Well, then you'd advance in the hobby, especially for the showing. Just little simple things like that."
I was listening to him once as well say, "Why have you bought that, and that?" He said, "I needed to put my points up."
Yeah,
and actually, you've detracted away from the quality of the fish that are very good by putting that in, because they're not showfish, and people are looking at and seeing them, and it basically degrades what you've bought. And it's like, oh right, you know, and that has an effect, doesn't it? You know, you can walk past a vat if it's got substandard fish in it, and they're the first ones you see. You don't look at anything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Al's going to be busy on the Saturday then, is that what you're saying?
He should stay for the weekend, mate, I think.
He should.
Just get him a little table with a little name tag. So you can see it.
Yeah, let's do it, Mike. Let's do that.
Yeah, have a little raffle ticket for your time slot. We'll do that.
Well, I've got a picture of Alan that we can put in a frame on a table with we'll bring a bell. I'll put a bell on it, and then he can be summoned as and when is required.
Go and get a gypsy's caravan and put a little clear ball outside.
You know,
A message there from Lisa.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Mike, to let people know to stop feeding this weekend in preparation for the show.
Yeah, that's all been sent out with an email.
There we go. Not
Okay,
first rodeo,
so
mate.
on that email, Mike, right? Because this really helps people's understanding of what is required of prepping. Do you, on that email, what information do you provide them with regards to prepping?
So feeding is one thing. We tell them 5 to 7 days before stop feeding. But then it's also, there's a little bit about what the benching process is. So we basically say you can't get around. So if you're going to bring an ill fish, when it gets benched, we'll basically find it and they'll ask you to take it home. So it's just information like that to sort of let them know there's a certain standard. And again, we've always got an email, so I'll have questions asking, can I bring this? Can I bring this? And stuff like that. But it's a long email, and yeah, just basically what time to turn up, things like that. So
All administrative.
yeah, but
All it wants is we need more shows down south. They're all down south, mate.
Depends where you live.
Up north,
yeah, it depends where you live.
they're all down
Yeah,
south.
I think for us giving information out on how to prep, we stay out of that really, because obviously different opinions and stuff like that. So ours is more of a when to turn up, who to speak to, get your bands booking in. So we've got to make sure when they get there at a certain time, their bags get floated for a certain amount of time and things like that to equalise out. Yeah. Bit of administration more than anything.
So those people wondering if you are part of the BKKS, and you should be if you're into koi, support the hobby. On their website, there is documents on preparation for shows, etc. That is well worth a look.
I've seen that recently. It's quite good, isn't it? What they've done on that.
Yeah.
If people haven't seen it, that might be something good to give a link to. That I had a quick flick through, and it was some good information on there.
I like having a quick flick.
You sound something on you, Crafty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even in here.
Oh, there.
Right, I'll love you and leave you. Thank you guys for having me on. And
No, mate, anytime. You're welcome anytime, mate. Don't need to necessarily be just to promote your show, but more than welcome to keep doing it, mate. You are welcome to join us anytime you wish, bud.
yeah,
Let's get behind Mike on this.
And, thank you very much for doing everything that's needed to be done to put it on for us all.
Yeah, no,
let's get behind him.
I'll see everyone there, mate. Definitely. Last show.
Let's get behind him, like we get behind all the other shows from this community. This one, last one of the season, real good show. Let's get out there and see what it's all about.
Yeah, we'll be
Nice
there.
one. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Mike.
Right then, seeing as though we've now
bloke,
got
mate.
655 koi to go through.
Well, I'm gonna dip off on this point because no, I'm not really. I'm joking, Matt.
Crafty, I've got something to show you as well.
Another duck. A duck called Crafty. Live
Nice.
footage. Did he not offer you big bucks?
There's a good question. Edinburgh Koi's asked there, why a koi in their first year Tosai, not however that's pronounced, Ichi being 1, Ni being 2, and San being 3. Tosai means less than 1 year old.
Yeah, technically should mean in its first year. But there's language in it.
But yeah, actually, that's a good call, that, mate. I will put the poster up again, and I will add to it because it doesn't actually say on it. There we go. That's for anybody that would be or might be interested in going to the the Birmingham West Midland Koi Society end of season junior koi show, the 5th and 6th of October 2024. On-site restaurant, toilets and free parking, wet and dry koi supplies, pond equipment, raffle and tombola, bonsai, craft stands. Admission is £4 for adults and £2 for children. And if you ask me, in my opinion, that's nowhere near what it should be. It should be a great deal. Birmingham and West Midlands Koi BKKS. And it is at Rowberries Garden Centre, Lower Chaddersley, Corbett, Kidderminster. That's DY10 4QN. Starts on Saturday at 10 a.m. through till 4 p.m. and starts on Sunday at 10 a.m. through till 3 p.m. See you there, guys.
Yeah.
Good. Crafty's muted. Let's get on.
Is that the one that's on next weekend, guys?
That's the 5th and 6th of October, does. Next weekend is
28th. No, this weekend's the 28th.
This weekend's the 28th and 29th. It's the weekend after. So book your seats for book your seats for Saturday, Sunday next weekend, Daz. Not next week, not this weekend, weekend after.
Yeah.
You're going to fly down this time?
As what?
Jet. You flying in the private jet this time?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Should we take the helicopter?
Any windscreen wipers on that?
Helicopter's going to be easy to park.
Yeah, so that's just we have meant to say something, mate. Like, but you've been busy, mate. You've been busy.
Yes, I had stuff to do.
Life shit.
Yes.
Bugs, books, accounts. Poking yourself with a sharp branch. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right then, let's get to some of these. Oh, and Ross, mate, got you in there with an evening, bud. Absolutely gutted for you, mate. Absolutely gutted. For all those that don't know, Ross has just dropped his latest video, which is about 3 hours ago this evening. It is a little bit, for those that don't like to see it, I mean, it starts it with the thumbnail, but he's had a bit of a major disaster. And the importance of oxygen, a power outage notifying devices, with a title at the beginning, bad times. Good for you, mate. Absolutely gutted. There was some nice bloody fish in there, bud. And it's always the ones that you're enjoying watching develop that.
It affects.
Yeah. So
it's never the old munters that you want to move on. It's never them. They're the last to die.
Yeah, gutted, mate. Absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a thumbs up, mate. I'm not thumbsing it up because that's the positive. I'm thumbsing it up just because you posted it there, mate. But yeah, I was sickened when I saw that.
And the thing is, it's so damn hard for us to get any koi in Ireland in the first place. So
they were fishing money when it happened and all that.
Yeah. It's all the if onlys, isn't it then?
Yeah.
But they hadn't gone fishing that night. And yeah.
And they were watching GKP whilst they were fishing and all.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Your fault. Your power drain.
Jinxed it.
The live drain power from his pond. Good. Right then, we've got absolutely tons. And Kelly, I'm terribly sorry, love, but I can't show all 26 fish you've added because that's just a tad excessive. I really would love to, but we haven't got time to go through that quite that many this evening. We have, but there'll be nobody actually left on here by the time we do.
I thought we'd pick a favourite. Come on, Matt, sort your customers out.
We've had this already today, Ricky.
Matt's wording for it is they are all her favourite, and she couldn't decide. But she did, to be fair, she did. I can't really pick her favourite, but here are my koi from Matt. I've included before and after pics in a video in replies, which is one fish before and after and a video. So that's 3 fish per one each time. So let's start off with.
That's only 78 pictures. So,
yeah. For one customer.
Let's start off with the first one. Oh, crap. Wrong screen. And this is the one that you can't pick a favourite, but it's really nice fish nonetheless. If I could just do this and it went to your next one, I'd love it. And it'd be brilliant. But look, it don't work. So each time I have to do it is by dropping off.
What about pushing the right arrow on your keyboard? Does that change that?
Oh, it might do, mate. Worth a try. A little bit of a video. Can you hear it?
Yeah, not working, mate. You fucking shit PC, mate.
Nice.
Shit PC. That's what it is, mate. Yeah, shit PC. One of these days it's going to get it. But there's a bit of a video of the same fish.
Good skin.
That looks like it's holding some egg, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely a male.
And that's a before.
Is that a washing basket it's in?
It's a blue washing basket that's been sunk into the pond, but it's still a very good way of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, if it works, why not?
Why doesn't that work?
That's white in it.
It's a male with love handles jigs. That's the one, mate. Right, so then we've got the next one, which is obviously the picture that came from Matt Howe when it was in the shop still.
Spelled Sorogoy wrong.
Now sold. Oh, he did as well.
Don't let him forget that, Rick.
I won't.
And now looks like this. Ooh,
Looks better now.
Does look better.
that's a nice bit.
It's being fed, isn't it, Crafty?
Definitely.
Build out a treat, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll feed your fish, you tight bastard. I'm only joking, guys, by the way.
Is there a video there to that one? There is as well. That's a nice Serago, that. That looks like it's about. Oh, that's down.
Cat's gonna get it.
You know.
Looking for some dinner. Nice fish that is, Kel.
Yeah, that's a nice one. And obviously we have got a lot, so we're going to go through them with the speed. I like to see how Kelly likes to use all the utensils throughout the house. Manages to make sure that she can use all things of all sorts of random things. Just goes to show you, though, you can put a fish in a mixing bowl or a washing basket
Or a toilet.
Saves on the washing up.
This was 25 and forgot to measure for the now. So for now, hopefully we're going to have a guesstimation then of what the now is, which will be.
Have you updated your Facebook, Gus?
Have I updated my Facebook?
Yeah. Just in case that's stopping you from scoring through.
No, mate. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38.
Between 30, 35 and 40.
There's going to be about 48 cm, that. From 25 to 48. Ish.
Is the black spinner's head a bit of poo in the water?
That's just a floater that's passing through the water. That.
Just a floater.
To appreciate.
Certainly got good body on it, mate.
Body's
Yeah.
banging,
I
isn't
think
it?
there's a video too, so I'm going to see if there is. There is there. See, look, the floater's just following it. It's got a good body, though, hasn't it? Now?
Does.
Yeah.
Certainly filled out.
Looks like it's going to lose a bit of that Benny on the shoulder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Body's good,
Here
though.
it comes. Yeah. Here it comes, Kel. Hold on tight.
Hang on. What do you mean?
So that's number 3. Now this one looks nice. Was 27, now 35.
Is that a different bowl?
No, same
No,
bowl.
that's the same ball because it's got that slight bent at tail. It's just
And
not
it's got
25
sellotape
centimeters across
covering the
base.
whole up.
Is that an Aoki one, Matt?
It is, yeah.
I know. Get straight into video, Gus.
Oh, I thought that one was going to be the.
Don't bully him. Just do it.
This is Guz's koi pond. How old's that, Howie?
He ain't got a clue.
No, I think it's 3 years.
So that'll be 4 then.
Doing some weird,
But to be fair, it could be 5 where it came from.
Yeah,
The background doing some weird stuff on that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of just tail movement, wasn't there?
Case Gromo. Oh, Cassie
Nice.
Gromo. 28 cm to 32 cm.
We've even got the prices coming on here.
I know, I
Yeah.
saw that. Yeah.
Let's see the video on that one.
Looks like a bargain now.
Are these available to purchase them after the show?
It's nice.
That is very nice.
That is
That
nice.
could be the best of our fish, mate.
So far, yeah.
A weird fish, though, aren't they?
What? Oh, look at that. It's nice.
There's nothing weird about that, mate. That's banging.
No, not weird as in the fish, just like the speed of growth, the scale pattern, the colour. How can it almost have two different colours of its body?
The Gromo is the colour of 5, isn't it? 5-coloured fish, isn't it? Well, that's how. I mean, technically, it's supposed to be 5.
Yeah.
That's
You've got to look
Goshki,
at
but
that
we'll carry on.
Is that Goshki, not Gromo? I thought Gromo
Yeah.
was the same. Aren't they supposed to be a 5-coloured fish? No,
They might be a 5-colour fish, but yeah, Goshki's the original 5
the original 5-colour.
That one you've got's an original Goshki, Rick. Very traditional.
It's an old school one, isn't it?
Mm.
Let's see what the development of this is. Goshkin,
How big was that?
24, now 30, 34.
You can even see the time she brought it, 6:25 in the morning. What's she playing at?
135 quid, Matt. You ripped her off there with that one.
I'll tell you what, she keeps good records.
She certainly does. Let's see what the...
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
You can get it all off our website.
Oh, fuck that.
Gorimo's still winning for me.
Easily, yeah. Jigs has made a comment saying zebras have 2 colours. It's random as fuck.
Which one are we going for next?
That one.
The golden corns?
Oh, yeah, might as well.
Tell you what, when we were talking about the golden corns earlier on, you're going to see, I think there's about 3 different types of gourmet that's been put on by different people. And the difference between them all, and they look so similar when they came in.
Are they different parts of the country, Matt?
Oh, that's the one we saw earlier in the video anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. That's not. I like that one.
That's nice. Hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice even pattern.
Bit pointy in head, isn't it?
Nice even that.
I think
This is
that's the
fun
camera.
colour.
No, it is. It was the reflection of the water because that looked. It must have just been the reflection of the water. Then, that to be fair, was a bend in the water where it just caught a camera on it.
Nice. Good Gimrim. Gorimo's still winning for me. I have to keep saying that or I'll forget. I haven't got pen and paper.
Romo's doing it. Right. Let's have a look at this one. Does that say Ginga?
No.
That's nice though. Dash nice. Oh,
Bit different.
Your finger must be hanging off, Gus.
So good. In fact, if I'm going to take the click off my mouse and it'll scroll faster. Yeah, that did say Ginga. Yeah, that's not that one's. That one's not a Ginga.
No video, no.
I thought we were getting before and after some more.
Might be here in the. There we go. There's the Ginga.
The The ginga is amazing fish as well, and you're seeing different to what I'm seeing now.
Well, this is
How are we seeing different?
The ginga has actually, when I'm looking at my,
I've seen one that was a ginga. I've seen it.
yeah,
We'll come across it.
Don't go too far.
Yeah, it's spoiling it.
Where is it?
I purposely don't look in these, so I'll get to see them on the show.
Can you look then?
You can on Facebook, yeah.
There's no reply on this one. There's no...
That's cheating.
Let's have a look at this one. Nice guy, cool.
Two-step.
Getting used to Kelly's before and afters, but now we're not going to get before and afters, are we?
No, we're not. Unfortunately, not. Sorry. You just got to remember in your heads.
Matt's just gobsmacked. He's not moving again.
This one's nice from afar. That was a zoom in. Did you see camera? Zoom in.
Nice. It's a nice show of that.
There you go.
Missing white on its face, Mike.
Yeah.
Missing nothing. That's a nice shower.
There's a nice
Soon-
fish.
That is a nice show.
You can soon sort that out, Crafty, with a bit of brick acid.
No, you can't.
Strip the belly off.
No, you can't.
This one looks nice. Is that another?
It's a nice crash you got in it.
I was just going to say, is that Deutsch?
It's a very blocked picture for me. So
Yeah, it is for me too, mate. It's a bit pixelated, isn't it? It is a crashy guy.
no, it's not.
What is it then?
I don't know. I was looking at a video myself, and I can't remember the fish, but it is Deutz.
It's a Deutsch. Yeah, Deutsch. Big, you can see big scales all down side of it, left and right.
We're in trouble when we can't even see, can't see if it's Doris or not.
It's a long fish.
Have a show it. Dinner in.
Gromo's still winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are some of the fry that's from, and it is a Karashi guy. The male shower this year with the Karashi guy last year's, and there's some of the offspring that he spawned from him. There you go.
Cool.
Very nice. The second generation of Howie Koi.
What's that? Pericina?
Is that the fish? Is that the fish when you got it? No. Does it
Is that
say?
same person? It's got to be, isn't it? The picture's not good for me.
I don't know.
Shuru Suri from James. Oh, that's nice. Heavy set sumi pattern, but it does look nice.
Quality.
Yeah, very dark sumi that.
It's almost black.
Achiever,
Oh, yeah, that's a nice achiever.
little grow on project. Oh gosh, that's 50 people gone. Two-step kahako. Oh no, three-step.
Mm-hmm.
Very red.
Yeah,
very
dark Benny, yeah.
Come on, Matt, you need to be filling us in where he's coming from.
Some nice Sashu and Kiwa on it, don't it?
Well, it's a breeder.
Yeah. So,
How do I remember every single one without making up a name?
I remember every one of mine.
Where's the Deutsch from, Matt?
He's legged it.
Tan show. And is that the Deutsch? Is that the Deutsch show from earlier?
I reckon.
No, no, it's not.
Right now.
I think it was Isa, the Deutsch.
Issa.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
we
it is.
even did Deutsch shower?
That's the shower.
There you go.
Is it?
Just remember that head pattern there.
Spot a Benny in the middle of the.
Yeah, the circular Benny circle. Oh, where did it go? Sexy.
Down, 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 down.
Keep going. There it is. Next one there.
If you go back to the original,
Yeah,
I've
it is.
forgotten.
That is it?
No, it's a different fish.
Is it?
Yo.
Well,
Same
the head
fish.
pattern's very similar.
It's the same fish with a red circle, Benny circle on the right hand side.
I reckon that is the same fish.
That's it.
Who's this one?
Different customer, same fish.
It's the same person too. There, look.
Go up to the first one. It's not so high. There.
Same person.
Yeah.
That's the same fish.
That definitely is.
yeah.
Red Benny spot on right flank, and that
Look
this
at the
Sumi's
Sumi
just developed more on the head.
Yeah.
and down the side of the body. That's
Yeah.
travelled pretty much 3/4 of that body.
Yeah, that's nice. That.
That's really blossomed. Yeah.
What's the phrase I use, Gus? 2 years?
Nisei into Sensei.
2 years, mate.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Yeah. Trust the process. But yeah, that's definitely the same fish.
Yeah. Even the Benny halfway down its back.
Yeah.
Sumi is mental. It's gone mental, isn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing how much they change.
Lens. Oh, yeah.
Does it normally change pictures, guys, unless you're doing it on here?
If I get everybody to post them in there and on the in Facebook as normal, then I could just go through this. But there's every other comment or every other photo or every other meme or whatever everybody else has mixed in the middle of it. So
Is that
more
a better-
lens again.
Yeah, Matt, what have you got? What fish have you got in a tank in your house?
Ducks.
You are not crafty. A butterfly.
Sorry?
Butterfly.
Butterflies.
Butterfly.
What happened to your cichlids?
Theory from Helen Ozab.
He's got 4 butterfly koi in a tank in his house. They look very
I want
beautiful.
some red caps, if anybody's got any.
Was it you, Matt, that had discus as well?
Yeah, it is me that had the discus. And it just
That's nice.
the ponds and keeping discus is just like no go.
Hmm. It's different. What's that?
Kawakami. I'll tell him where it's from. That's all right. You don't have to anymore.
Thanks, mate.
That's all right.
That's nice. That.
It is. I like the pattern on that.
Sweet, isn't it?
Probably because you don't look like a budgie.
Oh, that's a nice pair.
That's what she said. He said.
Do you recognise the Goshiki?
The gosh.
The Goshki's nice.
Yeah, do you recognise it?
I do. It's mine.
Right.
It's nicer.
They look like they're
It's-
holding pecs.
It's
That
the winner,
Gosh
isn't it?
exactly look good as well. Yeah. I like that pattern on that. That's good.
Maritime.
Did that Goshki not win before?
Yeah.
Has that been a winner before? A secondary entry?
A ringer.
A few of my koi from Matt. I only got him great fish, great advice, great bloke. No, they were a lie.
Fucking pure liar.
Great fish, great bloke. Nah.
That's a bit of something different, isn't it?
Where's that from, Matt?
That
The
was-
black and orange one.
A bit of advice for the gentleman who made this koi ball.
Yeah, sawn off.
Take a nice little heat gun and warm up those round edges there and just warm them up, mate, and burn all those sharp burrs off, because when a fish jumps and tops out of that and hits that edge, it's going to slice it open like a razor blade. But a heat gun will just knock them off, and you'll just be able to run around with a bit of paper and take sharp edge off.
Yeah, make sure you take the fish out first.
Yeah.
And the water. Don't mess with
Not the
the
heat gun in
fish
the bucket.
and water at the same time.
I am full of great advice, I am. That's nice.
That's nice. Mm.
Who would you say then, Crafty, Rick, best person in Japan to go and buy those type of quirky?
I thought you could say bowls. I don't know.
Aoki, mate.
Kaze and Aoki, yeah.
That's
there's-
the, yeah, Kase.
There's some good Deutsch, don't they? Yeah, okay.
Aoki's the man, but he charges the man prices.
If next to that, mate, I'd say a Fuji.
Shinoda. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I like that one.
Know who
Yeah,
that is.
Shinoda, baby.
Yeah, good fish that.
Yeah.
That's one of the Shinodas.
Yes.
It is, Matt. You're right. $28 cm when purchased this year. This one, look at broke Matt's internet when I tried to buy it.
It was featured on our Facebook group, and he was called Lucky G. And you'll see why in a minute. You can't really see on that picture.
Oh, that one.
Tell you what, mate, you got patience, guys. I'll be through this out by now.
I'll just start again.
Oh my God,
You'll see why it was Lucky G, can't you?
that's changed somewhat, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Mate, quality.
Yeah. I love that pattern that they get over top at Bennyman and down the body over at Scales. It was mint.
Not really a cheat, it's the wrong way round, isn't it?
Well, it depends which way you look at it.
If he's going away from you, spot on, Rick.
That's some nice Benny on that.
Mm.
35 cm. Yeah, nice fish.
Mm.
What's that cano?
It's a contender.
I see. Oh, I don't say it. I found out.
Purchased this year.
Last year.
There we go.
It's nice show, isn't it?
Yes.
Much Kindai.
That Kindai.
Yeah.
It just needs that head pattern, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's coming.
Come on it.
Yeah.
That's going to come as well.
He's in Hamburg, the owner of that fish, and he's just sent me a picture. What's at the airport? Sent it to you guys.
That's
I live down the road from Hamburg.
And now we have to find them all over again. Oh my God.
dawn till dusk.
Look at that.
I'm going to find them all over again now. Shit.
Good night, Dave.
We're down to 12.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to your subscribers.
Never seen that one. Oh, yes, son of a bitch.
124 watching still, according to my phone.
They're all a Howie's fan club.
You're saving the best till last, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, mine's not been on yet.
I know. Yours haven't been on yet.
We need to have room for that one, Rick.
Kelly's pushed me off the bottom of the charts.
Did we see the Kiyotsuri?
Yeah, you were coward.
Yeah, we did. It's nice. We haven't seen that Kahaku.
Leave it like that.
Leave it like that.
Too late. That's saying that if people are watching on the phones, that'd be fucking minuscule, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm one of them people.
And you have an iPod.
I know, but you always moan at me when I put the iPad on. It's making a funny noise.
It's your phone that makes the funny noise. It's the iPad that makes the creaks.
Any idea how long it takes me to take the case off and put it back on again every bloody
all of about 3.5 minutes max.
No, about 20 minutes.
That's got a banging body there, hasn't it?
That's got some size and a half to it.
Could do with more water, man.
Oh, Crafty.
There
I
it is.
was just about to say, I can hear Crafty saying it. Need more water.
Bigger bowl, deeper pond.
It's back, shouldn't be out of the water.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
but it's scalation nicely.
look at it here. Look.
A scalation. That's all it's turning on its side from it. It's just to show you it's scaled, man. That's about that.
It's a
Yeah,
shark.
look at both sides. Have a look at my left. You're right.
Get the good side.
It's a nice fish, that.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Alan
what your
says,
customers do,
he's
mate.
not watching Crafty, he's just reading a koi mag.
He'll be glancing.
Glad we're entertaining you, Alan.
Alan's watching. Let's have a shout out from him if he sees anything that should appear at the show.
Is what?
If Alan's
It's not how
watching,
everything should appear at the show.
He's not allowed to do that, mate.
No.
can he? Oh. He just put a smiley face. He's not actually saying anything. He's just saying he likes it.
It's all right. Pattern's nice on that one, but yeah.
No head pattern.
Go on, say it, Rick. Say it.
I didn't say anything.
I'm
It does,
saying
need a head, it does need a head pattern.
you don't need a head pattern. If you like it, that's all that matters, isn't it?
It would
Just
look better with a
another
head
one.
pattern. The belly quality's nice. Skin's all right. I'm still stuck on that Garoma, I think.
Yeah, so far, mate. Little golden corn. See, I think that's you're stretching that with a golden
I
corn.
think it could be.
Starting to see that the underlying Sumi push through, Matt, on some of the ones I've got as well.
Have you?
That's what I don't get about the golden corns. They're so random, man. They're unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next year it might not even be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So change, man.
They change so much. They're crazy, aren't they?
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint whether they're going in the right way or the wrong way because they're that random.
So what is the right way and the wrong way?
Well, exactly.
Some look good and some don't.
I think a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
For me personally, they're not.
No, they don't float my boat, to be honest.
Shinoda?
Did it say? I don't know. Did it?
Yeah.
I was asking Matt. Do you not know?
This must have cost you a fortune, Matt, to get that many people sent fishing.
Shut up. I just got
Just in phone calls, ringing around all your clients saying, "You remember that fish you got from us?
I just got
Do us a favour, just pop it on Gazza's Facebook group because I've gone up 64 subscribers."
Well, there you go. See,
It's all 64 of them.
I bet he put a loyal post out offering everyone 50% discount. There you go, guys. 50% discount on your next purchase off Matt for showing your fish tonight.
Is that nice?
I'll help you out, Matt.
It's a good one.
That's nice. No, it's not.
Post your fish or you get a visit from the duck.
hey,
Send the duck round.
I chucked him on the floor.
You can't even fly yet.
Right on him.
He's going outside at the weekend.
Oh.
You know where this one's from, don't you?
Marahiro.
Yeah. Did you video yours, Rick?
No, I've got the video. Yeah, it's on here.
Loyalty.
No, one fish. Your favourite fish, it said.
Or favourite, not favourite.
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 That's how you spell it, isn't it? I've been teaching my lad that for years. Your favourite fish, lad.
Proper good England.
Gwen says, "Sorry guys, near my bed. Thanks for a great entertaining night." Thank you very much for joining us, Gwen.
Night, Graham.
Yeah. You're putting them all to sleep, Matt.
Now this one,
Flies.
this one, not this one, but the next one. I'm not so sure this is what it says it is. Not this one. The next fish after this.
I think that come out of the bottom of a mud pond.
Show it.
I think that's not. That's a Sankey, isn't it?
Sankey, in it actually. Yes, it's got no more to guru in the pecs.
Well, it's just because it is, but
Looks like he's getting stuck on the bottom of the bowl. Put some more
There's a
water.
little bit more water.
It's expensive down south, you know.
Right, this one, 84 cm chag.
You don't have to use bottled water. You can use tap water.
Oh, hey.
Wow, that's a bright chag.
I didn't think that was a chag when I first looked at it, but god damn, that's bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a Krashigoy chag.
Almost a red chag.
You must know where that's from, Matt.
I can't remember. That was one that I
It's a big
had.
old
In,
fish, man.
That's
the
a
old
big
pond.
fish. 84 cm, is that the biggest fish we've had sent in? I reckon it could be close to.
I feel a bit claustrophobic for it because it can't turn around.
here's
Across
the
those
number.
boats.
That's a metre long bowl that it's in, though.
Bloody hell.
It makes it look tiny, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it is. It's a metre long bowl.
Big old keeper, isn't it?
That is a big fish. Oh, look at that. No. God damn. No way.
Ooh, that's nice.
What's that? 70 plus, that, isn't it? We're going to get to see.
Watch its fins, man.
That's
Sweet.
70, that, isn't it? 70 cm. See if it says. Oh, crap.
Again, 50,000 pictures from 2 people. But good to see.
Yes.
Colour. Someone's using a good colour food there.
another clonker and all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gentleman's got some big fish. Whoa.
Who's the breeder of this one?
I've seen that before, haven't I?
That's New Forest Koi.
It's better than mine.
NND.
No.
Osaka.
Yeah.
Assume it's quality, innit?
Oh, this is the Asagi, isn't it? This is the Asagi we were talking about, Matt.
No, this is one of them. I think there was 3 nice Sagis put in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How you doing?
It's named Howie, actually.
Howie.
There it is.
Here's the king,
There's the Ginga.
There's a Ginga. I knew I'd seen one, mate.
I do like these fish.
Yeah. I'd like a Ginga.
Different, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Sweet, isn't it?
They're cool, aren't they? I like that, mate.
Look at the scales.
That's the best one for me so far.
That's like a panda oranda with a pattern, with its head pattern.
Look how vibrant the skin is that one.
Yeah.
That's bright. That's got some nice luster to it.
His fins are a bit big, aren't they?
Did Gingas change?
Yeah, they have a light and dark phase. So they go
Right.
through lights and dark phases.
Bit like Matsu Kawabaki then.
What's this then?
That's clean. That's clean. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Sorogoi straight off the bat, but it looks like he's got a bit of a tuber in the pecs.
Yeah, it is. The scales.
Yeah.
So what we're saying. What did you sell it as, Matt?
50 quid, bargain price.
Lying bastard.
Got a nice gimmer in there, hasn't it?
I've got some really nice.
Yeah, it's a sweet fish.
We've seen that one. We've seen that one. We've seen that one. We've seen that one. So we got the
This one.
Asagi.
Have a look at that one there with the 2 Asagis.
We'll go to the video.
That looks amazing already. Look at
Well,
the fucking penny in that, mate.
Man, that's good.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
So-
best fish so far. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
That's
just topped everything.
yeah. That's
That's
class.
an oil
That is
fish
really
again, right?
good.
Yeah.
Oil fish again.
Yeah. Have a look. It's a weird fish because you have a look at the original when it went to the lady 2 years ago.
Don't matter what it was like before, it's what it's like now, isn't it? And that's banging.
Oh, it's just phenomenal. Guess what it's fed
That's-
on?
That is stunning, that.
Shrimps and rice.
Watermelon and coppins.
Watermelon and coppins.
Look at that.
Well, it works.
A nice goshki.
Yeah.
But that Asagi takes it for me so far. That's the best
Yeah.
fish I've seen.
That Asagi and the cost. Yeah, it is. Same lady owns both fish.
That Asagi, it reminds me a bit of the one that was in the magazine.
Reader's Digest.
No, the one that we got in that car
Woman's
park.
Own.
At
The one we
Kitsu
got in the
Koi.
car park.
Kitsu
Your
Koi,
eyes
yeah.
only.
Oh,
Was it from a lucky man?
no, the dude that does the photographs at the shows.
Quality
Liam.
Nishi.
Is she queen and escort? That's definitely the one you got in the car park.
Well, in
Well,
fact, I gave it to you, Ricky, so you should know. I gave it to the magazine.
Look at this pond of fish.
They're not all from Howie Koi.
More or less.
Get over.
This is that pond, that phenomenal pond we built.
There's fish there bigger than what you've been for length of time you've been trading. They're all Nisai, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Or Tosai. They might have just laughed at me if I did that. If I went into my pond with a lump of watermelon like that, they'd be going, "Piss off, mate. Coming nowhere near you." If you've sold all those, Matt, you should be retired now. You should be loaded.
I am.
He retired years ago. What do you think he does all day? Rear taps on his shoulder.
You imagine sitting there looking at that.
Fucking tea towel holders going on.
Lovely guy. Shame about the dogs.
Yeah. Well, little pigs, don't they?
What do they call them then?
Did you sell all of them fish, Matt?
Matt, did you sell all those fish? There's butterfly fish in there. Be
No,
careful
no,
before
no.
you answer. Are some of those out of your tank? Are those some of your tank supplies?
95% of them probably. Actually, right.
And did you have something to do with the construction of this said pond?
Yeah, all of it.
I thought you might.
I want to know if the car was parked there purposely.
On purpose.
On purpose.
I don't know if it's. Can we see that? You can't, can you? Can we have a big shout out for Matt Howe at Howie Coy Dorsey? He did a koi auction recently for the first time. He and Pam did an amazing job. Firstly, we got to see a bit of Gaz. Thank you very much. But he also had some stunning fish and amazing prizes. No reserves and no mix up of different formats. No time wasting or bigging them up. Fish sold themselves, kept it interesting for everyone that was included. Everyone included. I can't afford expensive big fish, so it was perfect for me. Made a refreshing change, and I can't wait for the next one. So,
Well, mate,
Crafty, take note. No bigging them up. They are what they are.
I can't be fucking bothered doing it anymore.
there's some nice fish in there and all, isn't there? Down. Is this the pond of the
Be a great wallpaper, that,
Yeah, it would.
in the back of your computer.
Record that in HD. Have it in 4K as a wallpaper.
Mate, you go dizzy.
That's nice.
He's coming
Big
to
tan
Japan.
show there, look.
He's coming to Japan with me in February, and he's never been on a plane before.
Right, spoiled.
Did you? He spoiled it where he does. He spoiled it with that big butterfly achiever, didn't it? Did you see it there swim through?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
There's no point going on a plane for your first time unless you're doing at least 18 hours.
I've seen this
Look
before.
at that.
Where have I've seen this before.
Well, that's fucking banging. That is banging.
Where's that from? Is that one of mine? It is mine now.
That's best fish of the night so far.
I'll behave yourself. That Asagi is.
Nah.
I'd still say it's arguable better than that.
I'd say Sargi, yeah.
Thanks, it's
I'd say
all
so.
over the place, that.
Best fish of the night.
Go on then. I'm going to answer this question. So, how many fish do you need to go in the show vat?
3.
So, only 3.
Well, if they were free at 80 cm or 90 cm, you wouldn't have much room for any more, would you?
So, for the lady with the Asagi's asking, how many fish would you need to in the show vat?
Just that one Asagi and you're going to romp it.
There you go.
I think, yeah, I don't know if there is a limit. I don't know.
There is a limit.
There's a size limit, isn't there?
Yeah,
It's
so many
maximum, not a minimum.
fish linear.
You get 41 points. And then each size equates to a different
X amount of points.
So
Yeah.
size 1 is 1 point, size 2 is 1.5 point, size 3 2 points, size 4 3.5, and then size 5 6, blah blah blah, all the way up to size 8, which is 16 points. But that is to help the quality of the water. So you can't bring like 20 size 7 fish if you had them.
And
Just because that's so good, man. That is unreal. That's one of the best asagis I think I've seen on that's been shown on here. That's
I'd
beautiful.
like to see a side profile of that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, top down. That's
Look at the scalation on that is mint.
Yeah.
That fish that needs to go to a show, does that, doesn't it? That's
what Matt's saying.
Show
Talk
quality.
about it.
the skin quality in that fish is fucking outstanding.
Yeah, it is.
Must be the watermelon. Was it watermelon and coppens?
Yeah.
100% one of the nicest asagis I think I've seen. That's stunning.
Yeah, guys, I'll send you the picture of what it was like.
50
Well,
cm?
we've got the before. I think it's here.
50 cm? 53.
That's what it started off like, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still pretty amazing.
It's a beautiful fish there, isn't it? But you look at the development it's done.
Yeah. Colour difference in the head.
That Benny over that right eye as we're looking at it. If only that
18
fills in.
cm, now 53.
No,
sorry.
that means that makes absolute fuck all difference, believe it or not.
No, I believe that, but can you imagine if it was there? If that Benny was totally, fuck me, you couldn't fold it in any way.
You know?
That takes first place. Which one did you say, Rick?
That was my favourite, mate. Dan, that Isagi.
Yeah, 100% the best fish, mate.
The Goromo's nice, but
the Ginga was nice.
Yeah, the Ginga was nice. The Ginga probably took my second, I would have said, for definite.
The shower had a good body on it after that.
oh, Crafty, you like the Micah Haku a minute ago?
Yeah. That was banging, mate. Was
that
that yours?
And I know we didn't go through every single fish, but that was a very good selection of the vast majority of them. The only person that didn't get all the fish on was
Kelly.
Kelly.
Who is sponsored by Matt of How We Koi.
Thank you all for sending them in.
Well done. Nice selection of fish, Matt, that.
Yeah.
That Asagi is banging.
Yeah, one of the best Asagi I've seen.
Yeah.
On this show.
I mean, I'd be close to say I don't think I've seen Asagi at the shows as good as that. That if I'd have seen that Asagi there, I would have expected that to be taking some serious prize.
Jumps
There's
in,
a couple out there.
Very
There's a
nice.
couple out there, mate, that match that 100%.
Yeah,
It'd be a
but
good competition to get them
that'd
all.
be a
in
good
the
competition
same
for
place.
them, wouldn't it?
That would. I mean, I don't know if Craig McNeish has still got his Asagi, but he had a fucking banger. An absolute banger.
Yeah.
but it's a cracking fish, isn't it? And it'd be nice to see.
If you're gonna go for the show, you need to look at the sizes because it's the size that will disadvantage you.
So Helen could take along those two GKP Koi Appreciation winners.
What was that? 50? That was 53 cm, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so next week's koi or dealer appreciation is going to be exclusively koi for Ryan Stoddart. So if everybody could do me a huge favor and post their favorite fish, their favorite koi that they have purchased and got from exclusively koi, that'd be greatly appreciated. Some bangers there. That was some nice fish there.
Well, Rich,
That's the usual one-offs.
you've insulted Rich now, Gaz.
I've insulted him. It's
Yeah,
not
but
first
is it-
time, mate. I don't think he'll lose no sleep over it. Right then, ladies and gents. If there's anybody else got any more questions or any more topics, we've still got 100 people watching, which has surprised me. I've thought it was dropping off pretty rapid, but we have managed to maintain the last 100 who are true dedicated GKP followers, 97. So 3 more just left.
Well, I got a question to ask Rick, but he's not here.
96.
He's
They're
too
dropping
busy.
rapid quick now, so get it in before they all go.
I'm waiting for Rick to come back. He needs to find that can he's looking for under the table.
Has he had one roll away?
I think so.
Right. Any
he went
topics
to-
at the minute? Anything you guys would like to have a natter and a chat about?
Oh, he's
before?
back. Rick,
Yeah, there we go. Is he?
I've got a question for you, Rick.
Oh, I've only gone to toilet and back.
Well, you should have been a bit quicker. If you've got a pond full of green water and you get a nice, healthy lot of Daphnia growing in it, if you put big koi in, I'm talking like 40 cm upwards, would they eat all the Daphnia or would they coexist?
No, they'll eat the Daphnia.
Will they? I wouldn't even thought they'd be able to see them at that size.
Oh,
They
yeah,
do.
you were talking about this
Mate,
a week, weren't you?
You'll never get Daphnia. I've watched carp in lakes, 30, 40 pound carp, Hoover and Daphnia. Yeah, you just won't have Daphnia surviving with.
Well, I did wonder because I tried it in the past and they've never been able to get any to survive. They always just disappear. So I thought, well,
Isn't that one to clear when we put the fly in there, and then once all the Daphnia's been eaten, it'll go green again?
yeah, pretty much. It's amazing how fast the water goes clear with Daphnia, but not when the fish are eating them.
Yeah, if you could balance up having like big fish in a pond and then shifting them to a new pond, making sure you got everyone out before you put the front, you can almost work at a peach because the rotifers bloom when the big fish are in there, and then you can move the big fish out, and then the Daphnia blooms, and it's you get a perfect cycle, but it's hard work.
Yeah,
We just cheat. It's easy.
That's 90% of koi keeping, though, isn't it? Just moving fish from pond to pond. Seems
Pretty
to be.
much, yeah. Pretty much.
God, we lost you then, Crafty.
I think I've smelt that through my computer. Yes, Matt, there's some good fish there, mate. Respect.
Some bangers.
He's frozen again, though. Or he doesn't move a lot. One of the two.
Am I not moving now?
No.
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 I'm not winding you up. You're not moving. Good Lord.
I'll move you if you want. There you go.
It's moving around the screen. Staying alive.
He's got that deer growing out on top of his head again.
Duck on one shoulder, deer on the other. Pam's thumb on his head.
Yeah.
It's right.
God.
Right, excuse me 1 second. Well, I just popped to do.
The door. Pizza's been delivered.
I'll bet mine.
Yeah, whole pizza. Oh, he's back.
No, I didn't do a whole one, mate. That was fat.
Dominoes. The amount of salt in the Dominoes, mate. If I do that, I have to do 12 cans of beer. Just
To absorb the salt.
I don't drink. So no, I had a couple of beers at yours, didn't I?
You did.
So you've got coming down tomorrow.
Like hey,
Who's coming down tomorrow?
who's coming down tomorrow?
Yeah.
Marcus. Lee's coming down tomorrow, I think, hopefully.
No,
Bring me
yeah,
some
I
fish.
spoke to him today. He said he's coming down. He'll be there about 9ish, you reckon?
9? I'm not going to be there by 9. It's only lunchtime.
Oh, he said he's leaving his about 5.
No, he's got
Pick
fish
the
back
market
up for me. He'd be fine. It's costing me a fortune.
What happened to Vince today?
I don't know what happened to Vince today.
His hands all swollen up.
Oh, he's always swelling up. He's just one of them, and he
So
does
is
too
it-
much. And he's got, is it rheumatoid arthritis? Or-
Yeah, he got it bad.
He does too much, and then he goes back. Yeah,
Blows up.
Yeah.
he struggles to get the meds he needs. So
I didn't realise that the meds would touch arthritis.
No, it's because his immune system's like attacks itself, so he's on so many meds to stop that,
Right.
and then
knock-on effect.
he tries. Not it works too hard, but once he gets something to do, he gets locked on it and does too.
He's a good worker.
You changed your top, Gaz?
No,
Liar.
I haven't. Fish that here this whole night.
I haven't.
I haven't. I've been in this all evening. You want to know because you've been looking at your magazine and texting on your phone most of the evening.
Mate, I'm on this.
On this, doing this.
On this.
Oh, no, are you on PC?
Me? Yeah, I'm on my Mac.
Oh.
It's playing
He's telling me
solitaire.
he's up at 6, Marcus says.
What happened to your auction craft anyway? I watched Tuesday and then you disappeared.
And then I done it yesterday.
I forgot you playing football and then I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah. So nothing happened. It happened. You missed it.
I was there Tuesday.
Mate, so what happened is, mate, I covered it on the auction, but just for your benefit, I ordered the fish, right, in Ultra HD. And then when you transfer the file from obviously the camera across to StreamYard hasn't got the plug that's required for UHD. But I didn't know that. So when we then brought the videos up, they looked fucking dog shit awful. So I had to refilm them all on the Wednesday morning and do it again.
God.
Yeah, they did. The Asagi looked like an Achiba. It was brown.
Fucking awful, mate. Dog awful.
The Perugina looked mint, man. That was ice white.
So that and be done. Fair enough. Yeah. I can't do a Wednesday, so that was it. Missed it.
That's all right, mate. We're
And I
gonna
bet
do
you
it.
lost at football as well, didn't you?
Hey?
I bet you lost at football as well, didn't you?
Fancy any Hoshikin Kahaku?
No, I'm clean. I can't buy any more fish. Lee's done my nutting.
I'm thinking of doing a Hoshikin Kahaku only auction on Tuesday next week.
Risky business, mate. Doing all one sort.
A lot of people like
You were asking me
Kahaku.
earlier on, how many are you thinking of doing? Did you say about 10 or 15?
Yeah, about 10, yeah.
Oh,
The problem is if you do, you'll only have so many people. You have 100 people watching. 10 of them might want to buy. All right, Matt, what are you doing?
Gassing up.
Just fucking blowing himself up.
it's not. It's stealing all these envelopes to pay everybody 20 quid for sending all them fishing.
Yeah, I do think. I think if you did five of one sort, is probably the. Otherwise, you're going to have some real duff. You're going to have some that just don't go. Try it, mate. Try it. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
But what are you going to have? 110 people watching?
Well, we had 170 on Tuesday.
170.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you're only going to have X amount buying.
Well, we had new customers for a majority of the fish on Wednesday.
Yeah, we did.
Is that because it's on a Wednesday, or is that?
I
'cause-
don't know, mate. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I don't know. It's just word of mouth getting out there because the numbers have grown week on week now for the last 6 auctions.
That's good.
So
That's what you want, isn't it? But I just think if you try 15 kahakus with one breeder, you might be.
It depends on different styles of Kahaku.
they're all
That's like
banging the
saying you
door,
wouldn't sell 15 kahaku for one breeder in a vat in the shop.
You wouldn't in 1 hour.
It wouldn't,
mate. You wouldn't in 1 hour on my auction, mate.
We did some super duper discounts and cleared them quick.
Right, Matt. Because your auction went so well, did you not say anything to him?
We weren't even live. It was all on WhatsApp.
Oh, it's a WhatsApp auction, yeah.
Yeah, I think the only, from what my feedback was that I had a start price. I didn't have any reserve on it, but I did a buy it price. So if we just talk figures, start £10, £11, £12, £13, but the buy it price was £30, you would see the bids going up, and then all of a sudden you would go buy it now, and it was fucking done. And the comments that was coming back afterwards was like, "Oh shit, I would have gone all the way up there," and it rolled on like that, and it was fun. It was carnage.
I can't. I just physically haven't got time to do that.
It's exactly the
Did
same.
you make any profit?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Small, but
No, that's what I would. You know, it depends.
yeah,
doesn't it?
well, obviously, yeah, I did make some money, but it was 5.5 hours, so it was 11 hours joint work with me and Pam doing it. But it's no different, Crafty, of putting
Yeah, but you've got to do that week in, week out, right?
No, definitely not.
But, that's what I'm doing week in, week out, mate. That's what I mean. I physically haven't got that time to do that. I prefer to just do what I do in the shop.
It's exactly the same, though. All you're doing is you're saying the start price, which you're already doing, and all you're doing then is adding the buy it now price for somebody to buy it, and the job's finished. It's exactly the same. And if
But what,
somebody,
you give 2 minutes to people to buy it?
yeah, well, no, 2 minutes a bid, but if somebody wants to pay what I want for the fish, then they can just go straight on and buy it, and they win it outright.
Got on your website and brought it to start with.
No, because it's already reduced, and my website's only got 20% of the fish.
Well, fucking put more on, you lazy bastard.
I work on my own. I don't have 15 people working for me.
Mate, they've all got jobs.
Lag my head then, Crafty.
I've
You
actually
don't
got,
work on your own. Hammer
actually
be
got
very
38 people working for me.
Yeah, there you go.
But what happens if you could have made an extra 60 quid on every one of those fish and you sold them cheaper than what you... Technically, you did have a reserve because you buy it now was your reserve, wasn't it?
No, it's not a reserve. Well, it is.
Of course it is. That's what you want to sell the fish for. That's your reserve, regardless of what you want to call it. It's a reserve, isn't it?
So
that's what you were happy to take. That's your reserve.
For
That's
example,
what you value the fish at, Matt, is what you're saying.
There was some fish
And
on
if you
there.
didn't hit the buy it now price, how did you end each auction? If it didn't hit the buy it now price,
If the bids hadn't gone up to the buy it now price, at 5 minutes it was stopped and the highest bidder won it. And at any point during that 5 minutes, somebody could buy that fish. And on some of the examples, the ones that were on my website, they were on at £170, and I'd done them, say, at £120. And if somebody wanted that fish, they could press for the buy it now or type buy it at £120. Job done, finished.
So that stopped it. Then, if somebody wanted to turn around and say, "I'll give you 175 for it," they couldn't. You couldn't. That were it. The person that bought it would have bid it now. We're done.
That was it. Finished. Move on. Next one. Job done.
well done.
That blagged me head there, Crafty, when you said, "Gary, I'm in, my friend." I'm like, what?
So it's
That
why
you?
I'm
Somebody just yeah, it threw me a little bit with that one. Right, we're coming up to the 3 hours and 22 minutes, and I'm going to draw it to an end, ladies and gents. We're going to bring this one to a close and say thank you very much for everybody that's joined us this evening. Rick just looked really disappointed then because he's just opened.
I just looked at the comments. I should never do that. Yeah, but I don't have them on. And now I do.
Now you found them.
Now Marcus has said he's being picked up at 6. I'm not going to be there. They're going to turn up. I'm not even going to be there.
They'll have a wander around.
Oh, they're coming to your. Are they coming to yours?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You'll still be in bed at 6, won't you?
I got to take Ezra to school at 9, so I'm still in Christchurch, mate.
I only live 5 miles away, but these pair are always there before me.
Never mind. We'll be right.
He'll see you when you get Marcus. Put kettle on.
Pretty good.
Usual thing, guys. If you've been enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favor. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And until next time, keep smiling, guys. We'll catch you all on the next one.
Cricket bats.
Good night, all.
Good night, you bunch of cricket bats.
You lovely